Welcome everyone out there in Big Rail Hollow, Cherry Barnum Hollow, Havenhurst, Simcoe, Bethlehem, Southwest City, Knoll, and all of McDonald County. This is Kim Harrell along with
there again,
Thomas Stovecchio.
And we're here to bring you the number 9th ranked Mustangs versus the Mountaineers from Mount Vernon. Boys, it's turned summer again on us.
It has. I was just talking about I want that weather we had from Lamar back.
Yeah, that was a good night.
We were up here in a little bit of light jackets last Friday night, and we're up here only wearing shirts because they won't let us go without them. Mount Vernon comes into this ballgame with an 0-2 record, losses to Aurora and Seneca. The Mustangs are 2-0 with wins versus Lamar and Cassville. Should be a good ballgame. The big ballgame tonight in the Big 8 is Seneca hosting Nevada, and our buddy Eric's going to try to keep us updated on that throughout the night, so we'll see how it's going. Right now, we're going to take a few commercial breaks from our sponsors. This is the Houston Pump Service pregame show here at Mustang Football on the KNEO Sports Network.
The Cornerstone Bank of Southwest City proudly serves the Southwest Missouri area with branches in Goodman, Lanigan, Pineville, and Tiff City, offering online and mobile banking, plus loans for personal, business, and agricultural needs. Learn more about all their services online at thecornerstonebank.net for a location near you. The Cornerstone Bank is glad to support the area's school systems and the future of our communities.
B&M and Yokohama Tires are proud to sponsor McDonald County Mustang Sports. Billy Martin and his crew have over 50 years of experience keeping your car, truck, or farm vehicles on the move. They offer roadside service, on-site farm service, and in-shop tire repair and sales. Located 3 miles west of Anderson on State Highway 76, or call B&M at 417-845-3566. B&M and Yokohama, cheering on the herd.
Nothing is more important than providing fresh, clean water for your family or farm. Houston's Pump Service is unique in the industry with expertise in both well and water treatment systems, offering state-of-the-art water systems for existing or new construction, residential or farm. They have experience navigating state regulations and maintain your well throughout the life of your system. HoustonPumpService.com on Facebook or 417-775-5770. Houston's Pump Service, supporting Mustang sports and rooting on the herd.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Matco Heating and Cooling in Anderson believes in providing quality work with integrity at a fair price. They offer a variety of heating and cooling services, including a preventative maintenance plan starting at $15 a month with full system checkups, discounts on repairs, and a 24-hour response time for service calls. Information at www.mac-cohvac.com or 417-845-3285. They love their community and consider their customers their neighbors. And remember, it's hard to stop a train.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
Welcome back, Mustang fans and Mount Vernon Mountaineers. bring in an 0-2 record, but last year they were district champions. They lost in the first round of the playoffs to the Seneca Indians, but so did about everybody else. Mount Vernon, I talked to Coach McCullough, our defensive coordinator. They do a variety of things. They have a lot of sets. They have lots of plays they'll run out of each set. They'll come out unbalanced. They'll come out, receivers trips one to one side. They may come out in a power set. So the boys have to really be disciplined tonight. Know their job, but their job changes, of course, with each formation. So it's a tough ball game to prepare for defensively. Offensively, the Mustangs are averaging over 400 yards total offense each game. Of course, quarterback Ryder Martin, has ran for 197 and 147. Good passing out there. Brody Russler has caught some balls. Also scored on a jet sweep. Wyatt Gordon had a great catch on a big fourth down play. And, of course, Trent Rubik's been the big play guy when you needed it to seal the ball games. Trent Rubik, And J.P. Clarkson got in the ball game against Cassville with 2 or 3 catches.
Those are big catches for us. They extend the drive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, big catches. You're right, Eric. Mustangs come in ranked 9th. In the state poll, Nevada is ranked 7th. Lamar is ranked 2nd. And Seneca, of course, is ranked 1st. So out of the 9 teams in the Big 8, 4 of them are state ranked. So it's one of the toughest little school conferences. A game we'll be watching along with the Seneca Nevada ball game is up in Joplin. The Nixa Eagles come to town, so it'll be Eagles versus Eagles. Nixa has a young man named Jackson Caldwell, who's the #1 ranked player in the entire nation. He's about 6'8", 320. Also a champion shot putter. Just a big, good player up there for the Nixa Eagles. Well, we're going to kick it over to Eric, and he's going to get the Coaches Show started. Coaches Show brought to you by Houston's Pump Service.
Love. It's a powerful force. It creates families. It'll carry marriages through hard times. People lay down their lives for love. All those expressions of love and more, says Billy Graham, are reflections of God's love for you.
He is a God of love. He is capable of loving and being loved. He has hands to help us, arms to uphold us, eyes to search us, feet to pursue us, and a compassionate heart to love us. The fact is, we were created for His fellowship in His image and likeness.
In fact, God loves you so much that He gave up His Son in order to have a relationship with you. His Son is Jesus Christ, and He died on a cross to pay for your sins.
And you can turn back to God through Christ. There is no way to God today except through Jesus Christ.
Learn all about beginning a relationship with God at findpeacewithgod.net from the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
Nothing is more important than providing fresh, clean water for your family or farm. Houston's Pump Service is unique in the industry with expertise in both well and water treatment systems, offering state-of-the-art water systems for existing or new construction, residential or farm. They have experience navigating state regulations and maintain your well throughout the life of your system. HoustonPumpService.com on Facebook or 417-775-5770. Houston's Pump Service, supporting Mustang sports and rooting on the herd.
It's time for the Kellen Hoover Coaches Show, sponsored by Houston's Pump Service. Learn more about them online at houstonspumpservice.com.
Welcome to the Coaches Show, and we've got Coach Kellen Hoover with us. I'm John Ball. Coach, thanks so much for spending a little bit of time with us today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Hey, great victory again last week against Cassville. I mean, y'all went in at halftime 14-14, and you did a great job of, and you said earlier, taking care of the clock, making sure that you had control of everything. Talk about that for a minute.
Yeah, our kids did such a great job, especially I look at our guys up front, how, we've got a couple sophomores starting for us, and then a junior who's a first-time starter as well, and those guys are really growing up fast. They're just, there's a big difference between Monday night speed that a lot of those guys were a part of last year and then Friday night speed. And if you look at even the difference from Lamar to Cassville, it was a big difference in them and just how physical they were, And, they're just growing up, and I'm really proud of our group up front. And so we were able to actually run, unofficial stat, we were around 80 offensive plays, 80, 81, somewhere in there offensive plays. And, defensively, we were able to keep them to right around 15 offensive plays. And so we were able to possess the ball. We were able to control the clock. Obviously, we wanted to punch in those first two drives that we were unable to. One was in the red zone, one was just outside the red zone. And, we've got to do a better job executing there from a coaching standpoint, player standpoint. We just all got to execute a little bit better in that area. And then, I know that 3 of those plays, obviously, again, we did give up 20 points. And so 3 of those plays were really, really big plays for them, like just really big chunk plays for really long touchdowns. But, I was just really proud of how we were able to possess the ball and then how our defense was able to stop a physical running game in Cassville. Cassville's historically been a program that's very physical, downhill running team. And I'm proud of our guys in the trenches on both sides, just how we were able to handle the run and how we were able to run it on the offensive side.
Well, I tell you what, talking about offense, the run game absolutely was on. I mean, your quarterback, Ryder Martin, had 5 touchdowns. He ran for about 170 yards, and Mr. Sosi back there in the back was about 130 yards. And, it's nice to be able to have runs like that, but you got to keep getting first down. So, obviously, the offensive running game was really good.
Yeah, Coach Kane did a really good job kind of mixing up our run calls that he really wanted to see up front. He does a good job just really kind of keeping his thumb on the pulse of what the other team's just trying to give us from a defensive standpoint. And he's like, okay, let's get into more power here. Let's go back to our inside zone. And our guys up front executed really well. Again, they were more physical than they were a week ago or than the week prior. And it's just good to see them grow up. And then Leo, just showed some really good vision last week and just kind of subtle little cuts that let him get out the back of inside zone, just kind of dodge a block here or there, and then kind of just give us another 5 yards from where the cut happened. And, just really proud of just our run game overall. And then obviously Ryder did a really good job. He's got a decision to make most plays, whether that's to just get the ball out of the box because it's a heavy box, or whether it's a quarterback read-run kind of play. He's got a decision to make a lot of plays. And, just really proud of how he just continues to work well within the offense. And then when we ask him to just go be an athlete and make a play by just saying, hey, we're going to snap it to you and you go run the ball, he's done that really effectively as well.
Well, towards the end of the ball game, Leo broke for 35 yards, got down to the 1-yard line, and it's nice to have a quarterback that's willing to just stand back and run right in, isn't it?
Yeah, I was hoping Leo was able to get in on that one, but just stopped just short of the goal line, and then we were able to get one in with Ryder right after that. And so those two complement each other really well. Leo's a really good downhill runner, has enough burst to, once he's through that first level, can give you a little bit of extra yards. He does fall forward a lot. He's a pretty physical runner with a strong lower half. And then Ryder, obviously, he's just really good on the edge, whether it's read run, where he's able to get on the edge there, designed runs on the edge. And then there were a couple that we called his number kind of plays more designed up the middle, and had a couple good ones there too. So those two complement each other really well in our run game. And, that's just been really good to see them develop so far.
Well, we said this earlier in the show, but man, it really bears saying again. When you've got an offensive line that basically can have their way, you win ball games in the trenches anyway, and getting farther into the Big 8, it's got to be exciting to see those kids move.
Yeah, and we didn't know how kind of the early season was going to go. It's always scary when you start even one sophomore up front, but we've got 2 of them that have been starting for us on the offensive side, and then on the defensive side, we start a sophomore on that side as well up front. And that's never an easy task in the Big 8. It's a really physical conference. It's a conference that wants to run the ball and stop the run. And so I'm really proud of, I'm proud of all of our guys up front, but especially those sophomores who have had to grow up really fast and are coming along kind of trial by fire a little bit and just kind of thrown into it where it's like, okay, we need you to grow up really fast. We need you to become men pretty quickly, because there is a big difference between 16-year-old kids and 18-year-old kids that they're playing against. And I'm really proud of all those sophomores who are having to kind of grow up really quickly. And then, our other guys are doing a really good job bringing them along as well, whether it's leadership, just kind of being somebody they can lean on, or doing their job as well. And, we just been really lucky so far just to see how they have just continued to progress.
We're back in Anderson tonight. You're taking on Mount Vernon. You saw them a little bit in Jamboree. You expect them to be a little bit different team than what we saw in Jamboree, don't you?
Yeah, and we did only play their junior varsity against our own junior varsity, and so we haven't seen just varsity versus varsity guys yet. We've seen them on film, and Coach Cox has always done a really great job there. It's a place that plays with a ton of pride. They're going to fight you till the end, regardless of the score, whether they're up big, up small, down big, down small. That doesn't matter. They're going to keep fighting till the end, and we expect nothing less than that tonight. We know it's going to be a dogfight. Again, Coach Cox, he schemes you up really well. They do some really tough things offensively. Coach Johnston has always done a great job with that defense, and this year's no different. And it's going to be a tough one. Our kids are going to have to play really well, but we're just continuing to try to put really good practices together through the week, and put us in a position to go compete on Friday.
All right, Coach, well, we're going to let you go. I know you got 100 different things to do, but best of luck tonight.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
You've been listening to the Kellen Hoover Coaches Show, sponsored by Houston's Pump Service. We'll be back with more Mustang football after this on the McDonald County and KNEO Sports Network.
Missionary work throughout the world is undergoing vast changes, upheavals, and revolutions. The concept of missions is changing rapidly.
More than anything else, missionary work is sharing the love of Jesus Christ with people who need it. Billy Graham says that's not something reserved just for missionaries serving in some foreign land.
Christians everywhere are under orders to share their faith. Jesus said, "All authority has been given unto me in heaven and on earth. Go ye therefore and make disciples of all nations." God does not look upon people as representing various races. He only divides the human race into two categories, the saved and the unsaved. To the unsaved of the world, he says, your sins can be forgiven. You can find peace, joy, and rest.
Would you like some help sharing that message with others? We're here for you. Visit us at findpeacewithgod.net from the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
Cooper Gear and Manufacturing is a sponsor of KNEO and the McDonald County Sports Network. They are a machine shop that cares for the McDonald County community and the McDonald County school system. That's why they're partners with the school system to offer an apprenticeship program to help young people get a quick start in the machining trade. For more information, call Cooper Gear and Manufacturing at 417-845-7433. Cooper Gear and Manufacturing, taking your ideas and making them reality.
As your trusted American Family Insurance agent located in Anderson, we're proud to protect your dreams. When you need a teammate that you can count on, we're here for you. Whether it's home, auto, life, business, or farm insurance, we'd love to help. Contact Chris Smith and his team today at 417-845-7060 or online at chrissmithagency.com. Go Mustangs!
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies, American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
A backer of McDonald County Sports is Specialty Risk Insurance with offices in Carthage, Sarcoxie, and Joplin. They want to wish all the athletes the best and congratulate them on their hard work. Specialty Risk Insurance offers coverage from farm and ranch plus agribusiness to Main Street commercial. Learn more online at specialtyriskinsuranceagency.com or call them at 417-359-5470. Specialty Risk Insurance, where they practice new ideas with old-fashioned service.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 2918 East 20th Street in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Newmac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is newmac.com or 417-451-1515. Newmac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
Love. It's a
Welcome back,
powerful
Mustang
force.
fans. As
It
you can
creates
see, the
families.
Mustang band
It'll
is on
carry
the
marriages
field,
through hard times.
doing a little
People lay
pregame
down their
strumming.
lives for love.
They've got the
All
cheerleaders
those
in the
expressions
palm
of
out
love
there
and
strutting
more,
their
says
stuff.
Billy Graham, are
That's
reflections
all I can
of
do to keep
God's
Eric
love
from rushing down there, grabbing an instrument and
God
start
of
playing.
love.
I'll tell
He
you.
is
I haven't
capable of
played
loving
in
and
20
being
years now.
loved. He has hands to help us.
I might be able to do the
arms uphold
cymbals.
us, eyes to search us, feet to pursue us, and a compassionate
I know I
heart
can't
to
play the
love us.
saxophone anymore.
The fact is, we were created for His fellowship in His image and likeness.
In fact,
Again, Mustang
God loves
fans,
you
and Thomas,
so
if you'll take us on a
much that
little
He
tour,
gave
we'd
up
like to
His
show off all of the
Son in order to
flags.
have a
This is the
relationship
ROTC
with
unit.
you. His
They
Son
put these
is
up for
Jesus
every
Christ.
home ball
He
game.
died on a cross to pay for
And
your
down in the
sins.
corner, if Thomas
And you
can
can
get to
turn
it, it's a
back
big
to God
American
through
flag
Christ.
that the
There is
cadets will
no
have
way
holding
to
up to
God
let the
today
Mustangs
except
run
through
through.
Jesus Christ.
Learn all about beginning a relationship with God at Find
Got a few
Peace
first
with
responders
God.
out there tonight
.net.
to help lead them
From the Billy
in.
Graham Evangelistic Association.
Mustangs,
Nothing
of
is more
course, are
important than
coached by
providing
Coach Kellen
fresh, clean
Hoover.
water for your family or farm.
assisted
Houston's
by
Pump
defensive
Service is unique
coordinator
in the
Sean
industry
McCullough.
with expertise in both well
Line
and
coach
water
Chris
treatment
Kane,
systems,
special teams
offering
coach
state-of-the-art
Daniel
water
Sumner.
systems for
Blake Martin
existing
handles the
or new
secretary,
construction, residential
along
or
with Toby
farm.
Keller,
They have
Marion
experience
Gregory,
navigating state
and Ronnie
regulations and
Kinzer.
maintain your well throughout the life of your system.
they did an excellent game plan last week as
on
the
Facebook or
Cassville Wildcats could not stop the Mustangs offensively. The
417-775-5770.
Mustangs stopped
Houston's
themselves
Pump
twice
Service,
with
supporting
interceptions,
Mustang
but
sports
it was a
and
game
rooting
which
on the herd.
The Mustangs never
It's
punted.
time for the Kellen Hoover Coaches Show, sponsored by Houston's Pump Service. Learn more about them online at houstonspumpservice.com.
Welcome to the Coaches Show, and we've got Coach.
Stop the Coaches Show. Might help if I actually push the button for that. Sorry about that. But anyway, Mustangs held Cassville to 15 total plays in the entire game, 8 in the first half, 7 in the second half. Granted, they did score on 3 of those plays, but those plays were pretty big, just one play and done. So, Mustangs.
Cassville's an explosive team.
Yep.
That, as we talked about, that Colton Roark's one of the better athletes in the Big 8 Conference that had 2 of those touchdowns.
It's very fitting with the flags, with celebrating the 24th memorial service of September 11th yesterday.
Yes, Eric. And before the team shows up, I've got a rather big announcement. On September 8th, Whitley Banks Harrell made his debut into the world. That's Elijah's, my son's first child, along with his wife, Charlie. Whit was 21 inches and 9 pounds, 7 ounces. He's a big boy, so we're excited to welcome him to Mustang Nation. And I'm sure his mom's excited just to not be carrying him along anymore.
Yeah, and congratulations on that.
Well, thank you.
I don't have any grandkids. I don't even have any kids, so.
None we know of, Eric. Mustang Nation here. We see some Mustangs coming in. We've got Junior Elam sitting on that 10-2 team back several years ago that played for a district championship and set the school record for wins, which is going to be pretty cool because he's going to sit next to Jeff Brady from back in the 60s.
Yeah,
and Jeff was quite the ball player.
Also having a good year is UNLV out there with Toby. They've started the season 2-0, and Missouri Southern I believe, is 2-0, if I remember correctly.
A few little Mustang updates.
Yeah.
Thomas Delvecchio and myself, we understand it froze up yesterday, and we apologize. We didn't know that, especially since the Mustangs came through in the 9th inning and plated 9 runs and had a Carly Martin walk-off home run to beat Aurora 11-0 yesterday. And Mustang soccer, Eric, I guess, had a whale of a game up there at CJ going into 2 overtimes before they fell. Mustang soccer now 3-2.
Yeah, and then also I believe the Lady Mustang volleyball team went to Gentry and won in 5 sets last night as well.
So Mustangs getting winning places everywhere. And Eric said the 7th grade Mustangs came out on top, and the 8th grade Mustangs struggled a little bit and didn't. But youth program looking well.
Yeah.
Sun's starting to come down, and that's not too bad, as the Mustangs are going to get on this home deal. Next week, the Mustangs will go to Nevada. Mustang softball next week goes to Willard, goes to Ozark. They'll have some frequent traveler miles. And then the Mustangs will be home Thursday against Monette. Over on the chain gang, as always, we've got Michael Shaddix, the Carlin boys, and Cool Hand Billy Martin. I guarantee you Michael's grandmother, Mary Lou's, probably looking forward to watching the Mustangs, because she's probably not had a whole lot of joy this year watching the Cardinals. We're going to keep it here because we're waiting on the teams to come down. Looks like Mount Vernon's about to make its way, and I'm sure the Mustangs will soon follow. Mount Vernon, we're told, has a very good place kicker, anywhere from like 40 yards in. He can boom it. He kicked one against Seneca last week. Mount Vernon, rich tradition of football, several state championships.
Please welcome to the field the visiting Mount Vernon Mountaineers.
Well, always tough. Like we said, Coach Cox will have them prepared, and they do lots of different formations, lots of different stuff, but you just kind of got to line up and get after them. That Mustang offensive line, which consists of Max Elam, Landon Obed, Justin Washam, Maxis Spurgeon, Hayden Ashball, and Chester Curtis comes in and plays quite frequently, along with J.P. Clarkson at tight end.
Mighty Mustangs.
Here comes your Mustangs.
The arena.
Mustangs being led out by JP and Maddox.
Wyatt there along with Ryder. Well, Eric, I put this off as long as I could. Mustang fans will be missing running back Leo for the rest of the season. He's injured. We hate that for Leo.
Yeah.
He had 124 yards last week. We don't know exactly who coach will start. It'll probably be kind of by committee. Well, my guess would be probably Vince James or Maddox Fegan to start out with, Eric.
Yeah, so I talked to Wyatt last night at the junior high football game, and he said that Vince James and Connor Land will do a little bit of running in there. They're able to hold their own, he said. So they're not. They may not be as physical as Leo was, but he said that they shouldn't be too big of a drop-off, really, with them out there. Plus, you still have a Ryder that can run just as well, and even Brody can,
it kind of falls on that offensive line to hold that block a little longer.
Yep.
I mean, everybody's got to do a little bit more to do their part.
Yep. And that's actually my key to success today is do the little things.
The secrets of success are brought to you by Chris Smith of American Family Insurance Agent in Anderson, Missouri. To contact Chris and his team, their phone number is 417-845-6600. 888-878-7060 or at chrissmithagency.com.
And the other one I was going to say, well, and of course, you got to finish too. And I'm going to keep saying finish until it doesn't work. So it's worked for 2 games at least so far. So go ahead, Kim.
Well, mine is you have to stay focused. It's kind of like yours, Eric. This Mustangs have came out, played 2 good opponents, played 2 very good ball games. You know, you're talking 18, 17, 16-year-old boys. You gotta stay focused. You gotta stay and do the job that's in front of you. Like we said, this Mount Vernon team is not the team that they've had in the past, but they're still good enough to beat you.
Yeah.
Last week we highlighted the offensive starters for the Mighty Mustangs. This week, the spotlight shines.
Eric, can you make out their starters, their captains? Excuse me.
No, because they're not kind of.
They're not all kind of bunched up still, aren't they?
Yeah.
Chester Curtis. At tackle, number 68, Max Spurgeon. At defensive end, number 33, J.P. Clarkson in the house. At defensive end, number 10, Stephen Benhumea. At middle linebacker, number 26, Vince James. At defensive back, number 8, Brody Wrestler. At corner, number 1, Breck Rubeck. Playing safety, number 12, Ryder Martin. Defensive back, number 9, Wyatt Gordon. At safety, number 2, Maddox Fegan. And at corner, number 18, J.W. Riley.
Looks like it's number 34, Hunter Conway. Number 64, Gavin Mace. Number 2, Lucas Schoen. And number 10, Hunter Dawson.
Dawson is their quarterback, and he's about 6'5". For the Mustangs, it's Ryder Martin, Maddox Fegan. Looks like Wyatt Gordon and J.P. Clarkson.
Brody.
Is that Brody?
That's Brody.
Brody?
Yep. That's
Brody Wrestler, excuse me.
Number 8, wide receiver, Brody Wrestler. Number 2, Maddox Fegan. And number 33, J.P. Clarkson.
We'll have the coin flip here. Mount Vernon wins 0-1. The Mustangs will get the ball.
Are number 2, Lucas Shane. Number 10, Hunter Dawson. Number 34, Hunter Conway. And number 64, Gavin Mace.
Mustangs will receive. Mount Vernon will kick. Mount Vernon will probably take the ball to start the second half. You would think so. And we're about ready to get this started.
Will receive the opening kickoff.
And Eric, we'll get our first chance to look at this kicker they've been telling us about.
Yeah. If he's the place or the kickoff kicker too, because earlier when they were warming up, there was a different person doing punts. So
Breck Rubeck will go back. Brody Wrestler will go back. J.W. Riley's back.
And that is Corbin Sanderson.
Corbin Sanderson back.
And then midway is JP and Wyatt Gordon. They have a drone above the football field, and that's not allowed. It's most definitely not allowed.
It's like 57 kicking off for Mount Vernon.
Yeah,
Landon Papa.
Number 57, Landon
Popa. And we're off. They'll kick it. Brody will let it bounce, and Brody picks it up. Brody try to get to the outside if he can get this corner turn. Brody steps out of bounds at about the 24-yard line.
Return. He'll pick up a couple of yards.
Mount Vernon will come out.
Mustangs start their first possession at the 24-yard line.
Mount Vernon in the forefront. Mustangs in their bunch set. Vince James at running back. Vince will take it. He'll cut up the middle. Nice run by Vince James out to about the 31-yard line.
That's number 26, Vince James with the carry.
Vince James is a load, Eric. He's about 5'9", 230. Brings up a second down and about 4 for the Mustangs. Brody to the top. Wyatt and Breck down here to the bottom. James stays in the backfield with Ryder Martin. Ryder will keep it, try to get outside. He'll miss a runner. Great job out there blocking by Brody. Martin will get all the way out to Mount Vernon territory.
Picking up a Mustang, first down.
Great job by Ryder to avoid that one. Good job by Brody out there blocking on the outside. Mustangs into Mount Vernon territory on their 49-yard line. Brody up top, Breck Wyatt to the bottom. Back, throws over the middle, complete. I believe that's big J.P. Clarkson. Yes, it is. He'll ramble down to the Mount Vernon 32-yard line.
And a Mustang, first down.
And a shout out to that Mustang line, giving Ryder plenty of time to throw the ball. That's Obed, Washam, Spurgeon, Elam. Hey, I'm going to get this right. I apologize, Grandma. Ashball doing an outstanding job out there. Ryder back, going to turn, turns it up. Runner misses him. Tackler misses him, and Ryder will get down to about the 26-yard line.
Good pickup of the block there by Jaden Kuxis. I'm probably saying that wrong, but
Mountaineers, number 34, Hunter Conway.
Mustangs with a little bit different set there. Had Wyatt wide and everybody else kind of bunched in. Vince James still in the backfield, second down and about 3 for the Mustangs. Brody will get the ball, cuts it, tries to cut out, and he'll be stopped at about the 23-yard line.
Wrestler.
It's going to be close to a first down.
Tackle on the play by number 4, Ja'Kai Kruger.
They're going to call it third down, so it's about third and maybe a foot.
Brings up a 3rd and 1 for the Mustangs.
Brecken Wyatt to the bottom, Brody way up top. Pass out, be incomplete. Tried to leak JP out.
Quick pass intended for JP Clarkson.
That'll bring up a 4th down, inches for the Mustangs.
Coming for the Mustangs.
Ball on the 24-yard line of Mount Vernon. To the top, one to the bottom. Ryder Martin will get the first down. Little delayed quarterback draw.
Takes it up the middle himself. He's close to the line to gain.
Gets to about the 24. And they're not going to give it to the Mustangs. They're going to say he's short.
Oh,
Mustangs come up just short, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
What? They had the line marker on the
24.
I wish they would have at least measured myself, Eric.
Yeah, they had the line marker right there.
Mount Vernon will come out.
That's, wow.
Kind of a compression set in theirs. Quarterback under center. Hand off, trying to get outside. Mustangs miss a tackle in the backfield, but then they'll stop him.
Number 34, the ball carrier, Hunter Conway.
Because, yeah, they had the ball set up on the
gain of about 2.
The chain lined up on the, what is that, the 24. And that's where they placed it. That's very interesting. Kind of reminds me of that East Newton and Forsyth.
Quarterback back in the gun. Big quarterback, hand up the middle. J.P. Clarkson's there. Maxis Spurgeon's there.
Handoff to number 34, Hunter Conway. Tackle on the play for the Mustangs, number 68, Max Spurgeon.
Bring up a third down and about 6. Ball on the Mount Vernon 28. Three receivers to the bottom of your screen, one receiver up top. Quarterback hands the ball off. He'll try to get to the outside. He's going to be short.
Number 34
Good open
slides out to
fat
the right.
tackle out there by, I believe, Wyatt Gordon.
Tackle on the play for the Mustangs, number 9, Wyatt Gordon.
Good job out there by Wyatt to keep him short. Fourth down and about a yard.
Fourth and short here for Mount Vernon.
It looked like in warm-ups, Mount Vernon's punter was also their quarterback.
Are they going to do the tush push? Or try to draw him offline?
There he goes up.
No, he's not going to get
Quarterback,
anywhere.
and I don't think he made it.
No.
That interior of the Mustang line.
Mustangs looks like stop that ball right there. J.P. Clarkson.
Clarkson in on the tackle. Maxis Spurgeon in on the tackle. Chester Curtis in on the tackle.
Mustangs will have the ball.
Great job there by the Mustang defense.
Mustang defense stuffing the Mountaineers.
Good job by Chester Curtis in the middle of that. Mustangs will take back over. 2 to the bottom, looks like Brody up top. Throw out here. Oh, good catch there by Brett Rubick.
Quick pass out to number 1 and a shoot.
Good blocking out there by Wyatt Gordon.
Rubeck, he's downfield. He'll move the chains for a Mustang. First down.
Brett gets the ball down to the 16, and he picked that one, as I say, right off the turf, Eric.
Yeah, it was great catch and great concentration to grab the ball.
Fitz James in the backfield. Brody up top. Brecken Gordon to the short part of the field. Ryder Martin keeps it. He'll get the ball down to about the 11.
Himself, that's Ryder Martin, runs left. Picks up a couple more yards for the Mustangs.
Hayden Ashball out there with a pancake block.
On the play by number 11, Garrison Nordic.
Ball down.
You know, it's
gain of about 4.5, probably be second down and 6.
It's interesting that they kind of, you know, how they went for that ball or went for that fourth down, but, you know, we got Hayden out there at 300 pounds. Justice at 280 and or 240 and
Martin,
Max at 280.
He'll be stopped this time.
Ryder Martin takes off running, no room to run.
He'll lose about 3 on the play.
Tackles on the play for the Mountaineers. Number 35, Griffin Cordray, and number 8, Matthew Hodgson.
Brings back up 3rd down and 9. Ball on the Mountaineer 15-yard line. Those the ball to Breck. Breck will step inside.
Made by wide open number 1, Breck.
He'll fight down to the 5. I think that's a first down.
Guys to wrangle him down.
Yes, it is. They're going to move the chains.
Those chains are moving, which means that's a Mustang first down. First and goal for the mighty Mustangs.
Good by Cat. Good catch by Breck. First down, first and goal from the 5. 5:15 left to go here in the first quarter.
Hey, if you look right here in front of the press box, there's a few students representing Rhapsody and Rhythm.
Vince James in the backfield with Ryder Martin. Mustangs in their bunch formation. Martin will keep. He'll get down to about the 1. They fake a handoff to Gordon on the jet sweep.
Keeps, takes it up the middle. He's brought down inches from the goal line. Tackle on the play for the Mountaineers by number 11, Garrison Nordic.
2nd down and goal. J.P. Clarkson gets the ball. He'll fight inside. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Good job there by J.P. to keep his legs moving.
J.P. keeps his legs moving.
If he stops, they're going to call the play dead.
Rams it in. Puts up 6 on the board for the Mustangs.
Eric, that's kind of the old Chiefs play with Travis Kelce, where they sneak him back in under center.
Yep.
Mustangs tried to run that the other night and were called for a side. And the Mustangs.
Don't worry, fans. That is not the tornado.
Miguel Moore.
Alert saying the Mustangs just scored a touchdown.
Miguel Moore out for the extra point. Ryder Martin to hold. It's up. And it is good. And with 4:31 left to go in the first quarter, Mustangs lead 7-0. This is Mustang Football on the KNEO Sports Network.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
A lot has changed in banking and finance since 1997, but at First Community Bank, our focus remains the same. Community. We believe that every business needs a good partner, and for more than 25 years, we've been that partner. We've built personal, long-lasting relationships. We've earned your trust. We have experience that you can count on. We care, and it shows. We look forward to many more years of being your trusted partner. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC.
Miguel Moore to kick off as McDonald County leads 7-0 with 4:31 to go in the first quarter. About midway, took him by the up man. He'll try to get to the outside. Mustangs stay in their lanes. He breaks through. He'll get a good return out to about the 48-yard line.
For number 6.
That's Jackson Collier.
The Mountaineers gets up past
Ty Orr, excuse me.
Correction, almost past the 50.
48-yard line of Mount Vernon's where they'll take the ball.
Tackle on the play for the Mustangs by number 32. That's Andrew Bogart.
Bogart in on the tackle for the Mustangs. Mount Vernon will come out, quarterback under center. 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Motion. Quarterback will keep. Looking to throw. Over the middle, incomplete.
Pass incomplete, intended for number 5, Jackson Collier.
Quarterback for Mount Vernon, Eric's big old boy, about 6'5".
Yeah, he is. So
he can kind of look and see the field.
Yeah.
2nd down and 10. Tom Cox from Mount Vernon loves play action. Quarterback back in the gun this time. Now he'll move under center. They go off balance toward the bottom of your screen. Pitch. Go back inside. Good job. Great job by Wyatt Gordon to turn that inside.
And to get through the hold. Guy was just riding him on his back.
JP in on the tackle along with Vince James.
Big third down.
Third and about 9 for the Mountaineers. Thomas, I'm glad to see that sun go down behind them trees.
I'm so happy right now. The thing's just been beating on me.
I guess I could take my sunglasses off too now.
But you look so cool there.
I know.
I can take my towel off now.
Ball back. Motion. Quarterback goes back. Throws out. Incomplete. Receiver couldn't bring the ball in.
Good pressure there by who was it, number 20 for the Mustangs? Nick Elmore. Or no, that was
Connor Land.
Yeah. I think that pressure kind of affected the throw a little bit. Had to rush it. I don't expect him to try to do the tush-push here.
Breck back to receive the punt. Always dangerous when your quarterback's the punter.
Yep.
Snap. Kicks off. Good punt. Brad will call a fair catch. About the 16-yard line. Hey, great job there by Brett calling a fair catch with first half. Mustangs with 3:26 left to go, lead 7-0. Mustang football on the KNO Sports Network.
A business impact partner of KNEO 91.7 FM is Four State Printing in Anderson, Missouri. Serving the area since 1982, they specialize in screen and offset printing services and have promotional products. Four State Printing also has a retail store, County Clothing Company, that offers McDonald County spiritwear and Christian apparel. More information at 417-845.
We're back.
Mustangs, Vince James takes the handoff.
Sorry about that commercial. They came back quickly.
They came back pretty quickly, ready to go, didn't they?
Well,
no gain on the play.
We'll have that one again a little bit later.
Maybe a gain of a half a yard, second down and 9.5.
Carry on the play by number 24, Connor Land.
Connor.
Wyatt. Breck to the bottom. Brody and JP to the top. Land in at the backfield, excuse me. Flag.
Penalty on the play goes against the Mustang. False start is the call.
False start on the Mustangs. Not a good place for that. Moves the ball back to the Mustang 14-yard line. Second down and 15 to go.
Yeah, you usually don't see that coming from the referee either.
Mustangs will now have trips to the bottom. Brody up top. Land still in the backfield with Ryder Martin. Back. Ryder going to look.
Oh, he can run. He can run for a while.
Ryder's going to turn it up now. Runs over a guy, gets out to about the 26.
Looks ahead, sees some field, takes it, lays down a nice hit, picks up some yards.
Good job by the offensive line, keeping them out.
Tackle on the play for the Mountaineers, number 4, Jakai Kruger.
About a third down and 4, ball on the Mustang, on the Mustang 29, just barely touching the 30-yard line. Wyatt here to the bottom, Breck and Brody to the top. JP out there a little bit too to the top. Ryder Martin will take it, go up the middle, sees the seam. They'll get a first down. Out to about the 32-yard line. 2:02 left to go here in the first quarter. Mustangs lead 7-0.
Ryder does that play so well.
Mustangs have trips to the top, single receiver to the bottom. Land still in it, running back. Ryder Martin throws it out, complete. Breck Rubick again. Gain out to about the 41-yard line.
He'll pick up about 8 yards on the play.
Gain of about 8. Bring up a 2nd down and 2.
Minute 26 left here in this first half. Mustangs
Quarter.
lead, or first quarter, yeah, excuse me. Mustangs lead 7-0 on the march.
Mustangs have trips to the bottom. The Brody up top. Ryder takes the ball, looking. Going to throw deep. There's Brett. He's open again as he gets in the middle of that seam.
Great catch
down
there
to
by
the 30.
Breck Rubeck goes up and gets it. Great pass and catch by the Mustangs. That'll be a Mustang first down.
Mustangs just running verticals.
30-yard line.
That's the same game plan Josh Banna and Coach McCullough and Coach Martin used to beat Webb City many, many years back. First down on the 30. Mustangs will have to run a play. Land still in the backfield. Twins to the top, twins to the bottom. JP in motion. Land with the ball. He'll bury his head, run hard. Good job running there by the back.
Number 24, the running back, Connor Land, barrels his way forward.
Gains about to the 5. Mustangs will let this run out, and the first quarter will come to an end with McDonald County leading 7-0. This is Mustang Football on the KNEO Sports Network.
A business impact partner of KNEO 91.7 FM is 4 State Printing in Anderson, Missouri. Serving the area since 1982, they specialize in screen and offset printing services and have promotional products. 4 State Printing also has a retail store, County Clothing Company, that offers McDonald County spiritwear and Christian apparel. More information at 417-845-6929 or online at 4stateprinting.com.
Today's event is being supported by Banner Church of the Nazarene, located at 597 North Fork Road between Anderson and Goodman. Banner Church of the Nazarene services are Sunday school at 9:30 and family worship at 10:30. Check out their special Sunday night youth fellowship. Wednesday services begin at 7, offering adult Bible study, ladies Bible study, youth and children's services. Contact them at bannerchurch.com, 417-364-7461, or dennis@bannerchurch.com.
What? Welcome back. We're going to start the second quarter with the Mustangs driving. They lead 7-0. They have the ball 2nd down and about 6 on the Mount Vernon 25-yard line. Mustangs had a very good mix of run and pass in that first quarter, Eric.
They did. And a couple of big passes there, or big receptions there by Breck, especially that last one to, get some big yardage to set them up for a first down and their first score. So sorry about our scoreboard bug is showing 0-0, but it's 7-0 for the Mustangs right now. We'll try to keep you updated as we go along, but for some reason it's showing 0-0. So
Mustangs come out. Corbin Sanderson's in, and he's down in the trip spot. And old J.P. Clarkson's back at running back, Eric.
Interesting.
Ryder getting ready to get the snap. Fakes it. JP's going to lead block. Ryder bops off a runner. Bops off a tackler. He'll fight for a first down.
Quarterback draw. That is Ryder Martin.
JP with a good block in there.
He's going to move the chains, and that's a Mustang first down.
Washam, Elam, Spurgeon.
Right now in
Obed.
It's 6-0.
Ashball all moving the pile. What'd you say, Eric? I'm sorry.
6-0 right now for Seneca.
First down and 10. Ball on about the 18-yard line, maybe the 19. Land back in it, running back. He'll go in motion. Ryder's going to fake it to him. Now he's going to run. Miter still on his feet. Down to about the 4-yard line.
Run right there by Ryder Martin.
Well, that inside line, Elam, Washam, Obed, Spurgeon.
Taking it all the way down to the 4-yard line. Picking up a first down for the Mustangs.
Ashball, just moving them out. That's all you can say. First and goal. Ball on about the 4-yard line for the Mustangs. Mustangs will send Wyatt, Breck, and Brody all out here wide. Land in the backfield with Ryder. Land will take the ball. He'll drive. He'll get down to about the 2-yard line.
The handoff.
Maybe the 1.5. Second down and goal.
They're going to spot him back where
he
went backwards instead of where he got to.
10:55 here. They're spotting more about the 3, don't they?
Yeah,
about the 2.
2. I thought he got down to the 1.
Mustangs will be in their bunch formation. Wyatt Gordon, only one split out. Ryder Martin will take it. He'll try to get to the corner, and he will. Ryder Martin for the touchdown.
Mustangs. Ryder Martin follows his lead block.
Connor Land out there with a good block. You know, Breck, everybody making some good blocks out there. Mustangs lead 13-0 with 10:15 left to go in the first quarter.
I've only seen Connor Land play baseball whenever, he played baseball for the Mustangs. He's doing a really great job out there for the
more to come out. His dad was a pretty good running back for the Mustangs in the day.
Attempt coming, Miguel Mora.
Morris extra point is up, and it's good. The Mustangs lead 14-0. This is McDonald County Football on the K&E Sports Network.
Nothing is more important than providing fresh, clean water for your family or farm. Houston's Pump Service is unique in the industry with expertise in both well and water treatment systems, offering state-of-the-art water systems for existing or new construction, residential or farm. They have experience navigating state regulations and maintain your well throughout the life of your system. HoustonPumpService.com on Facebook or 417-775-5770. Houston's Pump Service, supporting Mustang sports and rooting on the herd.
Family first. My dad used to tell us that all the time. But family first wasn't just something he'd say to us. It was how he lived every day of his life. And it's how I try to live mine too.
At Shelter Insurance, our agents are dedicated to helping provide personalized protection that puts your family first.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Shelter Agent Anita Keaton.
Miguel Moore getting ready to kick off for the Mustangs. They lead 14-0. 10:15 left to go here in the second quarter. Kind of a skipper.
Oh, okay, yeah, thank you.
Stay in your lanes. Don't let him get outside. Good job by the Mustangs. Great job there.
He helped us out because that ball was going out of bounds.
There's nowhere to go. Tackle on the play for the Mustangs. Led by number 32.
He lets that go. It goes out of bounds.
Andrew Bogart in on the tackle.
35.
It's a ball back on the 19-yard line to start. Mount Vernon in a bunch play. Handoff. Looks up the middle. Mustangs miss a few tackles.
Yep, you got to tackle.
He's a hard runner.
Yep, that's the one.
Wyatt Gordon in on the tackle. Breck in on the tackle. Ryder Martin in on the tackle. J.W. Riley.
For the Mustangs is J.W. Riley.
But that's a gain of about 8.
That's the
out to the 28.
That's the little things I was talking about. You can't let them get extra yards after the first hit. You have to bring him down on that hit.
Stay in that tight formation. Pitch, try to get to the outside. Mustangs do a good job out there. I'll tell you what, Maddox Fegan does a fantastic job. Holds his deal, fights to the outside, and then makes the tackle. It's enough for a Mount Vernon first down, but that was an excellent play there by Maddox.
Yep. They only needed 1 yard, and that's really all he got.
By number 34, Hunter Conway.
Ball on the 30. Mount Vernon unbalanced to the bottom of your screen. We're just looking for a place to go. Tackle there again. That's Brody Russler on the tackle.
Hunter Conway once again with the carry.
He gains about 3.
Tackle on the play by number 68, Max Spurgeon.
Max Spurgeon also in on the tackle. Unbalanced down here to the bottom. Try to go back the other way. Good job there.
I didn't even see who had the ball.
J.P. Clarkson with the tackle.
Yep, Clarkson, okay.
Loss of about 1.5.
Tough defense by the Mustangs.
Brings up a 3rd down and about 9.
Mustangs.
This will be probably a passing down for them.
They'll come out 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Back in the backfield. Quarterback back. Mustangs trying to throw. Incomplete. Good break up there by J.W. Riley.
Yep. Good job by the sophomore.
That'll bring up 4th down.
Number 4, Ja'Kai Kruger defending on the play for the Mustangs. Number 18, J.W. Riley.
Brings up a 4th down and 9. Breck will go back to receive the punt. Punt out of a spread formation here. Snap, bounces back to him, trouble. Mustangs going to have to close on him. Good hit there.
Yep, good job.
Alex Fegan once again. Mustangs will take over.
There's a big hit there by the Mustangs. I thought that was Brody. Oh, okay. It was Maddox.
Maddox hit him.
Yeah.
And that's a big man. Maddox went up and hit.
Yep.
That quarterback's about 6'5".
Let's see if his
Mustangs get turnover on downs. Gets the ball on about the 32-yard line. 8:15 to go here in the second quarter.
He's 6'5", listed at 220. We know they kind of fudge those numbers a little bit sometimes. But excellent field position for the Mustangs.
Land in the backfield. Martin will hand it off to him. He'll run hard. Keeps driving his feet.
The ball carrier, another angry run, picking up about 6 for Connor Land.
Gets down to the probably 27-yard line. Pickup of about 6. 2nd down and 4.
I'd like to see Connor get his first touchdown tonight.
Mustangs have trips to the top. JP also over on that side. Hand off again. He'll break through the middle. Good job there by the Mustang offensive line.
Connor Land picks up another 6 or 7 yards.
It's about to the 19-yard line.
That misdirection there by Ryder is just so good.
Yeah, I don't understand. Look, when we get in that formation, Mount Vernon's corner never moves to the inside. There's nobody out there for him to cover. We've only got a tackle on that side. Mustangs in there. Well, Mustangs have 2 receivers to the top. Ryder will hand it off. Land does a good job finding a hole. Good hole by the Mustang line.
With a cutback, Connor Land.
Gets the ball down to about the 16. Gain of about 4.
Leading the tacklers for the Mountaineers, number 34, Hunter Conway.
6:47 left to go here in the second quarter.
2nd and probably 6.
Like Brody to the bottom, Breck. Wyatt to the top. Land in the backfield with Connor Martin. He'll go in motion. Martin looks for the seam. There it is. Oh, Ryder. I don't know how he got out of that.
I don't either.
Martin, he'll keep it himself.
Gets down to about the 10.
Forward close to the yard.
But it's the same thing we saw down here with JP. Just keep moving your feet.
3rd down and about 1 for the Mustangs. 6 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. Mustangs in their bunch formation. Ryder will go back, throw back to Land. Nobody's there. He'll get a first down.
Right, throws left, connects with Connor Land. Connor Land makes a catch, makes a hit.
Connor Land with a good catch. Good open field tackle there by Mount Vernon, Eric.
Yeah,
if he misses him, it's a touchdown.
Yeah, and I think if Ryder may have led him just a tad bit more forward, that he still may have been able to get a touchdown there, but it's still a great play. And great job by Connor to come back to the ball. Just wait for it to come down to you.
First and goal from the 8-yard line. Brody and Breck to the bottom. Breck in motion. Ryder fakes it to him. Ryder's fighting. He'll get inside the 5.
That's quarterback Ryder Martin with a carry. Down inside the 5.
Second down and about 3 to go to the end zone.
Second down and 3. Wyatt Gordon up top. Brody and Breck to the bottom.
Mustangs have a 2nd and 3 from the 3-yard, 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line.
Come into the bunch formation. Wyatt still up top. Brody and Breck still on the bottom. Ryder Martin will keep it. He'll cut inside. He'll score.
Oh, great job. I was following corner.
Mora on for the extra point.
Stop me if you've heard this before. Ryder Martin with another touchdown scramble for the Mustangs.
Extra point up. Extra point good. Mustangs lead 21-0 with 4:15 left. This is Mustang football on the KNEO Sports Network.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
A business impact partner of KNEO 91.7 FM is 4-State Printing in Anderson, Missouri. Serving the area since 1982, they specialize in screen and offset printing services and have promotional products. 4-State Printing also has a retail store, County Clothing Company, that offers McDonald County spiritwear and Christian apparel. More information at 417-845-6929 or online at 4stateprinting.com.
Miguel Moore to kick off for the Mustangs. They lead 21-0 with 4:15 left to go here in the second quarter. He'll kick it deep this time. Vernon will take it. Goes up the middle.
Oh.
Has a little bit of a seam, but the Mustangs close him off.
I thought it was Brody. I thought Brody may have. Oh, no, that was Wyatt. I thought Wyatt may have been able to grab him, pull him down, but he got free just another couple yards.
Number 2, Maddox Fegan, and number 46.
Maddox Fegan in on the tackle.
Arian Owens.
And Arian
Owen also in on the tackle.
Another sophomore. Sophomore's getting some playing time out there this year for the Mustangs and doing a fantastic.
Mount Vernon will bring 2 to the bottom, 1 to the top. 2 running backs in the back. Quarterback goes back. Throws over the middle, incomplete.
So that would have been hung up just maybe another second or so. I think Wyatt would have caught that.
Ball incomplete.
You know, that's what kind of happens whenever you put up a 21-point lead right now is you force the other team into kind of being more predictable with their plays and just throwing the ball down the field.
Well, we've done a good job against the run game.
Yep. And I don't believe they've had a completed pass yet.
2 to the top, 2 to the bottom.
Maddox coming hard.
A little too hard. Good job by the quarterback. He breaks away. Good job there, tackle. I believe that was Brody.
I think it's Wyatt.
Good job there by Wyatt. Wyatt misses him. He'll run for a ways.
For the Mustangs by number 9, Wyatt Gordon.
3rd down and about a long 4. Coach McCullough had that blitz dialed up just right.
Yep. Maddox just just missed him. If they had someone else coming on the other side of him, I think they would have gotten him.
We're back going to roll. Throws the out. Incomplete.
Oh, what's the flag?
Passing complete intended for Jakai Kruger.
It's way over here.
There's a flag on the field.
Don't know if we jammed him too far down the line or he went too far in motion or lined up off sides. Don't know. We'll just have to see what the officials say. Ineligible downfield.
Ineligible receiver downfield, yes. Decline that.
And the penalty goes against the Mountaineers. Ineligible man downfield is the call.
It's a pretty long penalty, Derek.
It's only 5 yards.
Oh, I thought it was 10.
I think it's only 5. Yeah, they're
Mustangs are going to decline it, make it 4th down. 3:28 left. Mustangs have all their timeouts. Don't know if Mount Vernon will choose to
Mustangs decline the penalty.
punt here or
down and coming for the Mountaineers.
Go for it.
4th and 3.
Ineligible receiver.
So the linemen can't go more than a yard, 2 yards past the line. If they are
2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Looks like Mount Vernon will go for it here on 4th down.
If they are, then it's ineligible.
Quarterback out, throws a little outlet. It's going to be picked.
J.W. Riley
sitting on that, picking it. Nobody get it. He's going to score. Touchdown.
Number 18, J.W. Riley stepping in front.
J-Dub read that perfectly.
Read it like a cheap dime store novel, baby. Miguel's going to kick the extra point. We're going to keep it here. And Tommy, after this extra point, if you can, swing down and show the ROTC boys the push-ups.
I think there's a mosquito up here feeding on me.
Well, you're the sweet one of the group.
I am. All I drink is sweet tea, pretty much.
Miguel Moore in for the extra point. Extra point is up. It's good. And one of the traditions of the ROTC boys, and I think it's the same kid, does a push-up for each point the Mustangs score. Every time.
Now, I wonder if he's
up to 28. Eric, I'm going to volunteer you for that one night.
I'm going to politely decline that.
My son my son's in ROTC and he's had to do it a couple times.
Of course, they always want more.
I think they all enjoy it, actually.
Yeah. Is it the same boy or do they switch them out,
I think
Tommy?
they switch them out.
Probably would, because you figure 28, 20, that'd be a lot of push-ups.
I mean, 28, or so it starts with 7, and then 14, so that's
21.
21, and then 21 again, 42. And then, so he's up to 60, it would be up to 60 right now.
Oh, Ms. Stancil, we thank you for being the head of the math department. Getting us through. More to kick off. J.W. Riley returning a touchdown.
I was
Mustangs get a defensive score.
And now that's all I do at work is math.
He'll kick it deep. Good high kick.
Yep, great kicking this year for the Mustangs.
Little seam, though.
Yep.
Getting over there.
And he's
great job there. And there's more on the tackle.
There's
I'll tell you.
Kicker on the tackle.
RO kicker does not shy away from contact, Mustang fans.
By number 23 for the Mustangs, Miguel Mora, the kicker.
But that ball is returned into Mustang territory. No, excuse me. It's returned up to the 48-yard line of Mount Vernon.
Yep, we're going to spot him just short.
3 minutes on the clock.
We got 3 minutes, 9 seconds. Mustangs have a 28-0 lead. Sorry about our scoring bug. It's not showing the score correctly, but it is 28-0 for the Mustangs.
Mount Vernon has 3 timeouts, but so do the Mustangs.
Yep, 3:09.
Unbalanced to the top.
Interesting formation.
Handoff. Mustangs will pile him up for a gain of about 3.
Handoff to
See as they unpile.
Conway picks up 2 yards on the play.
Mustangs
Curtis
timeout.
in there. In on the tackle. I think Spurgeon's in on the tackle.
Timeout taken by the Mustangs.
Mustangs will take a timeout. We'll keep it here. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors. Cornerstone Bank, been in McDonald County for over 100 years. Big Nickel. Houston's Pump Service. 4 State Printing. Tammy Clark for all your Mustang apparel. Dana Keaton Insurance. Newmac Electric. Sure appreciated them on this hot day. KSN, KOD TV, Pro Lube Maintenance. Great sponsor of the Mustangs. Chris Smith, American Family Agent. Christian Healthcare Ministries. First Community Bank. Missouri Southern State University. Patterson Heights Baptist Church. Specialty Risk Insurance. Macco Heating and Cooling. B&M and Yokohama Tires. Freeman Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. McDonald County Chamber of Commerce. Banner Church of the Nazarene. Crowder College. And, of course, a great sponsor of the Mustangs, McDonald County Telephone and Internet.
Internet services. Thank you.
You direct that Macco Heating and Cooling. That's owned by Justin Washam. That's his boy out here on the offensive line. He's got a senior girl that plays volleyball, and his other daughter golfs. That guy never has a night at home, does he?
I don't think he does. But, I think that he...
Cartage. You want to get some points somehow, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mount Vernon comes out.
Oh, timeout.
Yeah, timeout.
3 to the top. 1 single receiver here. Now they'll motion. Quarterback will roll out. Tries to throw it back across. Good play. Connor Land will have it. He'll have a first down. Brody has him. They'll bring him down before he can get to the end zone. But that's a well-designed play by Tom Cox.
Hunter Conway gets all the way down past the 9. Picks up a first down for the...
Like White Gordon in on the tackle.
That was, great blitz
Great
there.
play call.
Yeah, it was the right time for that call.
Trips to the bottom of the screen. And great execution. That's not an easy pass.
Yeah, Mustangs going for the blitz there and kind of just...
Handoff. Mustangs will bring him down to about the 5. Ball came out.
Off to Hunter Conway. Some activity at the end there. Looks like the ball may have bounced loose. And the signal is it's Mustang.
Mustangs will get the ball. Great defensive stand by the Mustangs.
Yeah, great job. I don't know who knocked it out.
And who is it that comes up with it? Number 68, Max Spurgeon.
Max Spurgeon with the recovery. Vince James, I think, was in on the big hit, Eric. Curtis comes off. Mustangs with 132.
That's the thing with, when they're bunching up like that and they're running it just straight up the middle, get your hands in there and strip that ball because there's all kinds of hands in there.
See what the Mustangs do here with the ball on their own 5, up by 28.
Don't want to get too crazy with it.
Martin will go back. Now he'll throw. Open in the middle. Oh, J.P. Clarkson. J.P.'s going to rumble. Down to the 33.
J.P. Clarkson. He'll move the chains for a Mustang. First down.
Mustangs have 1 timeout. Now Mustangs can do about everything.
Hurry up offense.
JP's got to hobble off.
Vince James will come in at that tight end spot. JP looks like he's twisted an ankle. Vince James can catch the ball too, Eric, remember from last year.
Yep, he sure can. And he can run too.
Mm-hmm. Martin back. Looking. Going to run the ball.
Just let
gets out of bounds.
Just let Mount Vernon players take each other out.
Keeps the play alive. Picks up.
Gets out about to the 41. 53 seconds left to go, out of bounds. Excuse me, about to the 39.
Yep, great job there by Ryder to run out of bounds, stop the clock without wasting a timeout. Mustangs only have one here. Great job down there by, what is Mr. Sumler's name?
Daniel.
Daniel. Good job down there by Daniel, keeping everybody back and off the black. You don't want to get sideline warnings.
Mustangs may have flinched there. 18 looked like he was getting ready to blitz, and they did.
Flag on the far side of the field.
Bring the ball back.
Against the Mustangs.
Loss of 5, bring up second down to 11, 53.8 seconds left. That's hard to do when you're that offensive tackling. You see that guy starting to come, but you got to be disciplined and not flinch. Mustangs have J.W. Riley in on offense.
Yep. He plays
maybe Sanderson. I may have made a mistake. Land in the backfield.
J-Dub will play a
They're
little
going
bit
to send everybody at Ryder.
Offense.
Ryder's going to throw it to Breck. Breck's going to show his senior smartness.
Catch number 1. Breck Rubeck in the presence of mind to get out of bounds.
You know, a lot of guys, Eric, would try to get 2-3 more yards to get tackled in bounds.
Yep. Now that drone is directly over the field, I don't think that's legal.
That's about on the field.
Yeah.
Oh, that's off the side, isn't it?
It's going that way.
Trips to the top. Brody down here to the bottom.
It may be over there now on the side.
And their back line doing a good job.
Oh, they're just
throw
going
it deep. Nobody's there. Tried to get to Breck.
Another beautiful throw
ref did a
just out
tumble
of reach
too.
of Rubeck, the intended receiver.
Yeah, that's pretty hard keeping your feet sometimes when you're running backwards like that.
Yeah.
Second down and 10, 43 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Mustangs lead 28 to nothing.
Why are we running the clock? Why are we running the clock? It was an incomplete pass.
Well, I think he did not signal for it to run.
No, he did.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. I don't know why. Okay, they stopped it now, but like 5 or 6 seconds ran off the clock.
Brody down here in single coverage.
I don't know what that was about. Run. Get out of bounds.
Ryder's going to get out. Great job by Ryder at about the 35. And we're going to make a stupid penalty.
He takes the ball, scampers downfield.
We hit somebody out after the play was over. Personal foul. Not smart football by the Mustangs there.
There's a penalty on the play.
Should be a first down, then 15 yards from there.
33 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. We'll move the ball all the way back
The call against Matt County, and they'll move back
to the 50-yard line.
So back to the original line of scrimmage there.
A flag not needed, Eric.
Yep.
You got to have your composure. And I apologize. That is Sanderson out there at 15.
15-yard penalty negates the 15-yard gain.
Well, it's a first
Breck
down.
Sanderson and
it was after
Brody
the play.
down here to the bottom.
It was after the play, so the first down stands.
Yep. Ryder will take off, running again. Ryder will have a lot of room.
Even more.
A lot of room. Ryder will cut across. Ryder Martin's going to score.
He saw the space. He took off running.
I tell you, that's a great job by Ryder Martin. That's a great job with services for adults and youth on Wednesday nights at 6:30. They are a proud supporter of the Mustangs.
Actually, we need to correct that now.
Okay.
We moved our Sunday night service to 5:30.
Sunday night 5:30. That's Eric's church. So
yep.
If you want to visit Paris Heights Baptist Church, Eric will make you feel at home.
I will. Also, we got to report that the feed might be cutting in and out a little bit. So if that's happening, we're sorry about that. We haven't had any issues on our side.
My wife said they're watching it and it's been buffering a lot.
Okay. Not sure what that is because we have really strong connection with the Wi-Fi. So, but we do apologize. But it is 34-0 right now for the Mustangs.
Miguel kicks it. It'll go out of bounds.
Yep. They'll get the ball right there where it went out.
Mustangs lead 34-0 with 23 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Think the internet can keep up with Ryder Martin?
I don't know. We might try plugging in directly to the
outlet.
Yeah, but no, not that.
Well,
we'll do that at halftime though.
And that buffering can be on other people's ends too, Eric.
Yeah. Well, Daniel's mentioned it too. So
okay.
Yeah.
Well, then it's not. I stand corrected because Daniel knows all.
Daniel
really does.
He keeps us on our toes. We appreciate Daniel and all those at the station that keep us in line.
I'll move the internet box, see if that'll help.
Handoff up the middle. Tackled there.
Handoff to number 34, Hunter Conway.
Tackle again by Spurgeon.
Tackle on the play by number 68, Max Spurgeon.
Timeout would have to be by Mount
12,
Vernon
Ryder Martin.
with 13.4 seconds. Ryder Martin also in on that tackle. As we said, stay tuned for the Freeman Orthopedic Halftime Show. We'll do some score updates with Eric Gann. The legend Rick Peck will give me some stats, and we'll get the second half started, which are 16 seconds left to go on the clock.
Yeah, it's kind of cooled off a little bit. Not a whole lot, but
pretty humid, isn't it?
Yeah,
still?
It's still pretty humid.
Yeah, I was hoping the sun would take that heat with it.
Last Wednesday, when I went into church, it was cooler outside than it was, or it was cooler when I went into church than when I left church, and it was, still daylight and dark when I left. So weirdness going on out there.
I literally went to my mom and dad's house, and of course they're elderly, and the air conditioner came on and their heater came on last week. One right after the other.
Pretty sure the low for tonight's only in the 70s.
I wish that was
Hand
the
off
high.
again.
Right.
To the outside, Mustangs, good hard running, but the Mustangs will get him down finally.
Good job there. That's
Jake
Jake O'Brien
with a hard run.
With the carry, number 11 on the tackle for the Mustangs.
Jake O'Brien out there playing
O'Brien
as a
on the
freshman.
tackle.
Jake
Yeah.
O'Brien. Welcome back, Jake.
The Mustangs that you follow in softball, that's Dakota's little brother, right, Eric?
Yep, it's Dakota's little brother. He's a freshman. He does have an injured hand, so he's going to have that taped up for a little while, but he has been cleared to play defense.
We need you to please move your
10
vehicle
seconds.
as you are blocking the emergency vehicle.
10 seconds left to
Grade
go.
Ford Explorer, EK5W7G.
Third down and about
Please move your
4.
vehicle. Thank you.
Well, you think Mount Vernon would take a shot, wouldn't you?
Here we go.
10 ticks left on the clock. 2nd and 5 for the
Two
Mountaineers.
receivers to the bottom, 2 receivers to the top. 1 running back, quarterback. He's going to roll, fake, try to throw. Throw as far as he can throw.
That's going to be intercepted.
That ball's up, incomplete.
Thought I was going to.
Breck got back there.
Yeah.
Coverage, and it's knocked down.
The wide receiver pretty much played defense there
Yeah.
to keep Breck from intercepting that.
1.3 seconds left to go, 4th down.
Was Breck Rubeck.
Mustangs back. Keep the ball in front of you and make the tackle.
Yep. Got 9 seconds. Are they just going to, I guess they're
Well,
going to
they've got a timeout left.
They do. Okay. I was going to say, are they going to just let it go down and call a timeout? Saw some interesting uses of timeouts last night in the 8th grade game. I'll have to tell you all about it.
Mount Vernon will have one play here with 1.3 seconds.
Yep, and then they'll get the ball to start the half.
They will get the ball to start the half.
Mustangs have played a pretty good game, half game so far. Just that one silly penalty, but good. Ryder kind of wiped that off.
Ryder took care of that, didn't he?
Yeah, but when you get to play in Nevada, Seneca, you don't want to have those kind of penalties. So you just got to be smart out there.
Anthony Bogart out there on defense for the Mustangs.
Andrew,
excuse me.
Mustangs set up in their deep contained defense, expecting another deep ball here for the Mountaineers.
Trips to the bottom of your screen. To the top.
Brody back here, moves up.
Back. Mustang's going to run. Quarterback. Throw it as far as he can throw it.
It's going to be out of bounds.
And that'll bring the end of the first quarter. Mustangs lead 34-0. This is Mustang football on the KNEO Sports Network. Please stay by for our Freeman Orthopedic halftime show.
I'm Bryce Johnson with this Unpacking It Sports and Faith Minute. Sports fans can be loyal to a fault. For instance, sometimes our teams make awful personnel decisions, and deep down we know that, yet we convince ourselves that the team is doing the right things. When it comes to our faith, we also try to convince ourselves that we're doing the right things, even though deep down we know that's not true. We can pretend we're obeying God, while in actuality, we're not producing fruit in our lives. The Bible says God is light and there is no darkness in him at all. So we are lying if we say we have fellowship with God, but go on living in spiritual darkness. We are not practicing the truth.
You're anxious to kind of see those, and then the Big 8 tournament at the end of the year. Obviously those are two pretty big tournaments for you coming up.
Absolutely. So we've got two kids returning who were all conference last year. Senior Sammy Dowd, and of course senior Reagan Allgood. They were 3rd and 4th in the conference last year, so there's an expectation that they'll be in that top 5 area again and pushing for that conference title. And then of course Sammy qualified for state, and Reagan was just a few strokes off. Rumor is our district is going to be at Bolivar again, so we'll play at Silo Hill. It's one of the toughest courses in the state. It's very challenging, but it forces you to be on your game, and I'm sure those two especially will welcome another shot at Silo Ridge.
Well, Brent, we know that you are a busy man, especially today, trying to keep track of all your golfers, so we thank you for taking a couple minutes here today on the Mustang Minute.
Hey, absolutely. Appreciate the phone call. Go Mustangs.
Thank you for listening to the Mustang Minute, sponsored by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider of the McDonald County Mustangs.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report is proud to sponsor local high school sports on KNEO. Sports Director Michael Amami and reporters Chaz
If we truly repent, God will forgive. He has to forgive because His Word says so.
Find out more about God and His mercy. Visit us at findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. From the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
Mustang fans, McDonald County, and we apologize for the buffering that's been going on. We're doing everything we can to correct it. We apologize for the fact that the score is not right on your deal. You'll just have to keep listening to me. Mustangs lead 34-0.
They'll have to listen to us even more.
What?
So no, they'll have to listen to us even more.
Mustangs lead 34-0 on a dominating first half.
Yep.
We've got some stats thanks to Rick Peck and the boys. Rushing-wise, Vincent James has 1 carry for 7 yards. Brody Russler has 1 carry for 2 yards. J.P. Claxton has 1 carry for a touchdown on a pretty neat play Coach put in. And Connor Land has came in and carried the ball 7 times for 27 yards. And Ryder Martin has 13 carries for 154 yards. Ryder's also 9 for 11 passing the ball for 130 yards. Receiving-wise, Breck has 5 for 82 yards. JP has 2 for 45 yards. Connor Land has 3 for 3 yards. And, Eric, we've got to say one of the major plays, too, was J.W. Riley picking off a out pass and going about 52 yards to the house for a touchdown.
Absolutely, and, it's great to see some of the not so household names out there. J-Dub's being a sophomore, so, we'll get to hear him or see him a little bit more, going forward, but he's playing great out there right now.
And we've got to say hats off to Miguel Moore. He's 4 for 4 on extra points. The one we didn't get was a high snap, and Ryder took off with it and couldn't get in the end zone. We're going to ask Eric to give us some halftime scores from games around our area. Eric, can you do that?
Let me go to the op. Okie dokie.
This is a Freeman Orthopedic scoreboard, by the way.
Yep. Over in the COC conference, Carthage leads Glendale 28-7 at halftime. Neosho leads Lebanon 34-10 at halftime. Webb City has 35 over Kickapoo at 7 in the second quarter. Willard 21-7 over Waynesville in the second quarter. Nixa over Joplin 14-7 in the second quarter. Republic 21-0 over Ozark in the first quarter, so that may not have been updated yet. East Newton and Castile tied at 7 at the halftime. Seneca leads Nevada 27-13. Lamar leads Tipton 13-0. McDonald County here leads 34-0 over Mount Vernon. Monette leads Aurora 44-16. Much improved Monette club, it sounds
Monette's
like.
putting up some points, aren't they?
Yeah, over in the Ozark Mountain Conference. Oh, hold on. Now I have an error. Branson leads Bolivar 21-0. Carl Junction leads Marshfield 35-0. Parkville and Logan Rogersville tied at 0. West Plains and Hillcrest tied at 0. So some of those scores may not have been updated. Clever and Reed Springs 13-0. Fairgrove over Buffalo 21-14. Springfield Catholic and Stratford 0-0, and then Forsyth over Hollister right now 8-0.
Eric, let's talk about a few of those.
Yeah.
First off, the Joplin Eagles sound like they're giving the Nixa Eagles all they can handle.
Yeah. You're talking earlier about number 1 rated player over at Nixa, so it'd be interesting to see how they kind of held him in check some, because it's a one-score game out there.
And shout out to those Neosho Wildcats. Lebanon, good football team. And Neosho seems to be handling them at home without a whole lot of problem.
Yeah, Neosho's vastly improved from their, what was they, 2 years ago they were
0-10, I believe, 2 years ago.
0-10, and then last year they did a
6-4, I believe.
6-4, and this year they're on their way.
7-4, I think.
Yeah, and then this year they're on their way to, being, I think, 3-0.
Yeah, you're right.
It's unfortunate that we don't get to play Neosho, especially, this year, when both teams seem to be doing pretty well. It'd be great to, get that rivalry back to go. Because, I was talking to some of the other players that I've known around. Football's the only team that only time we don't play Neosho now. We play them in baseball, softball, basketball, everything else except football.
But the COC conference has that set up to where you play everybody in your division, and then you have to pay 3 teams from the other division.
Yep.
They do that so nobody in the conference has to go looking for a game.
Yep.
And it'd be hard to find anybody who would volunteer to play Nixa.
Yep.
It's a good thing for them. There's 4:03 left to go before kickoff here to start the third quarter. We're going to take a few commercial breaks. We love our sponsors. We hope you do too. This is Mustang Football on the KNEO Sports Network.
Nothing is more important than providing fresh, clean water for your family or farm. Houston's Pump Service is unique in the industry with expertise in both well and water treatment systems, offering state-of-the-art water systems for existing or new construction, residential or farm. They have experience navigating state regulations and maintain your well throughout the life of your system. HoustonPumpService.com on Facebook or 417-775-5770. Houston's Pump Service, supporting Mustang sports and rooting on the herd.
The McDonald County Sports Network is sponsored in part by the McDonald County Chamber of Commerce. The McDonald County Chamber strives to promote local businesses and unite the county, offering networking events for members as well as non-members, working together to make McDonald.
Whether it's Friday night football or volleyball matches, McDonald County Telephone and Internet believes every play deserves to be celebrated. That's why we're proud to sponsor McDonald County Athletics, providing the fast and reliable internet you need to stream games, share highlights, and cheer on our Mustangs. Delivering internet and telephone to Anderson, Jane, and Pineville, we offer broadband services on a fiber optic network. Find out more at olmac.net or give us a call at 417-223-4313.
A business impact partner of KNEO is ProLube Tire and Auto Center in Neosho. Serving the area since 2001, they're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. ProLube Tire and Auto Center offers tire and brake repair, as well as transmission service, front-end alignments, and more. Located at 1406 North Business 49 in Neosho. For more information, 417-221-6795 or online at proluberepair.com.
The Cornerstone Bank of Southwest City proudly serves the Southwest Missouri area with branches in Goodman, Lanigan, Pineville, and Tiff City, offering online and mobile banking, plus loans for personal, business, and agricultural needs. Learn more about all their services online at thecornerstonebank.net for a location near you. The Cornerstone Bank is glad to support the area's school systems and the future of our communities.
A business impact partner of KNEO is ProLube Tire and Auto Center in Neosho. Serving the area since 2001, they're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. ProLube Tire and Auto Center offers tire and brake repair, as well as transmission service, front-end alignments, and more. Located at 1406 North Business 49 in Neosho. For more information, 417-221-6795 or online at proluberepair.com.
Americans have a big healthcare problem. Over 100 million citizens carry medical debt while spending on overpriced and complicated health insurance. As Christians, we don't have to pay for a broken system. Christian Healthcare Ministries is a faith-based alternative to health insurance at half the cost. Plus, you can enroll at any time. Stand up to insurance and join CHM today.
Whether it's Friday night football or volleyball matches, McDonald County Telephone and Internet believes every play deserves to be celebrated. That's why we're proud to sponsor McDonald County Athletics, providing the fast and reliable internet you need to stream games, share highlights, and cheer on our Mustangs. Delivering internet and telephone to Anderson, Jane, and Pineville, we offer broadband services on a fiber optic network. Find out more at olmac.net or give us a call at 417-223-4313.
A shield against the elements, comfort in the midst of chaos, shelter in the aftermath of destruction. For 75 years, Shelter Insurance has remained true to our promise to be there when you need us most. This is the heartbeat of our company, our why. Shelter Insurance, for your auto, home, and life.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Shelter Agent Anita Keaton.
Mustang fans, we're back getting ready for the third quarter kickoff. Mount Vernon will receive. Again, we apologize for the troubles with the scoreboard and with the buffering. We're doing what we can do to correct it. Thomas having to get Jared O'Brien and Jeff Brady to quit visiting and standing up so we can bring you the pictures. Again, we thank Rick Peck, Robert Stabler, and Kevin Blecker for the halftime stats they provide us. We thank Eric for getting us the scores.
I think we might be good with the internet now.
You think we might be good with the internet now? We've switched over and trying to use the school's internet as our streaming usually works, but I guess it wasn't working as good. Oh, that's a great thing about technology, people.
Well, Daniel just told us the scoreboard bug is fixed except the quarters. That's my fault. I didn't change the quarters. There's a lot to do
Well, that
over
first
here.
quarter was so good you just didn't want it to end, Eric.
Oh, absolutely. So now it should show at half for another minute 15.
Minute 15 seconds, and we'll start the third quarter. Like we said, Mount Vernon will receive the opening kickoff.
Yep. And so far the Mustangs have done the small little things. We had that one penalty that we could have done without, but luckily it didn't come back to hurt too bad. Just got to make sure to not have those going forward, especially.
It's nice you got Ryder Martin, a quarterback that can erase a penalty like that.
Yep.
And hey, kudos! I've said it all night long, but our offensive line is just making rushing lanes for everybody.
They are.
They are just dominating up front. Defensive line with Curtis and Spurgeon, Big Steve out there, and JP.
Yes, I was going to say Stevens had a quiet game, but I mean that's not bad if your linemen.
You know, sometimes your job out there is to take on defenders, one or two of them, and pile them up so the other guys can make the tackles.
Yep. And
that's why you need good, selfless kids out there that don't have to be the star every night to make them happy. Miguel Mora will kick off. So, Coach Smith, I hope up there at your house we're buffering and we got the score right, buddy.
Oh, you said that. Now I should go change it to third quarter.
Third quarter. Mora to kick off. Kicks it deep.
Oh, great kick.
Takes on about the 15. Comes up. Mustangs do a good job bringing him down.
Yep.
Number 3, that's Bogart again, isn't it?
Andrew, yep.
Andrew Bogart. He has been the specialty team and on a lot of tackles tonight for the Mustangs.
Yeah.
Tackle on the play for the Mustangs by number 32.
And that was a great form tackle. Just wrap up and pull him down. The ball is going to be on the 31 for Mount Vernon here.
Eric, I don't see JP out there. Kind of limped off at the end of the second quarter.
I don't see him down on the sideline, but
looks like Wyatt Gordon's moved down to kind of a DEN position. Trips up, trips back.
Oh, I see him.
Back to pass.
He's standing.
Ball's incomplete.
JP is standing about right where the line of scrimmage is. So he's got his helmet on and everything. So
pass incomplete, second down and 10. In a game like this, if you can rest him, also give some of the other players a chance. Trips to the bottom, trips to the top. Back. Goes a little out. Good tackle there by the Mustangs. They'll swarm to him.
Yep. That was
Rich James in there.
Jake O'Brien again.
Jake O'Brien in on the tackle.
Dart to number 11.
Gains about 6.
Third down.
Third down and about 5.
Tackle number 11, Jake O'Brien.
Trips to the top, trips to the bottom. Put it back. Mustangs getting a rush. Quarterback will go him. Oh, he will not make it to the first down.
Good job there. It's hard. It's so deceptive to figure out where they are and where the down marker is.
Is number 10, Stephen Benhumea.
There's Stephen. Just talking about the young.
Big Steven on the pressure.
Mustangs, number 2.
Maddox Fegan on the tackle.
68, Max Spurgeon.
4th and probably 3.5.
4th and 3.5. Be interesting to see if they go for it here. You would think they would punt, but time is not their friend.
Nope.
Quarterback. Mustangs will jump.
Mustangs
Vince James wanting to get in there a little too soon.
There before the snap.
That'll be a first down.
That's
good job by the Mount Vernon quarterback.
That was probably their entire.
That's probably what they were wanting to get done.
Their entire plan.
After the penalty yardage.
Ball on the Mountaineer 43-yard line, 1st and 10.
And, the Mustangs have done a fairly decent job this year so far with, pre-snap
penalties. They really have
pre-snap penalties.
Vince just wanting to get in there. 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom, 2 running backs this time.
Delay of game.
Either delay a game or they'll grant Mount Vernon the timeout. Nope, they're going to call delay a game against the Mountaineers. That'll move it back 5 yards.
Usually I'm watching that clock, but I wasn't looking that time.
And this time the call is delay of game against the Mountaineers.
Be a first and 15. 9:57 left to go here in the third quarter.
Or even Steven.
Too bad we don't get to take the first down off though. I think Mount Vernon kind of came away a little bit better off in that exchange.
Trips to the bottom. Single receiver to the top. Motion across, now motion back. Quarterback.
Wide.
Going to look to run for it. Good job set up there. Max Spurgeon in on that tackle.
And that'll be
Big Steve in there giving some pressure also.
But huge job there by Vince to kind of get in front of the quarterback to push him back inside so that the others can actually get him down.
Loss of probably 2 yards. Second and 17.
If Vince isn't there, he's running for probably 5 to 7 yards.
Ball on the Mountaineer 36-yard line. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Single receiver to the top.
Oh, fumble.
Ball snap. Fumble picked up. Judson will get outside.
That's not going to be a
Number 34, Hunter
crack. Mustangs do a good job.
The bad snap makes his way around the left side.
Ball on the 39-yard line. Borderline crackback block, I guess, Eric. I don't know. They didn't call it.
It is third down and probably 3rd and 14, maybe 3rd and 13. Looks like 3rd and 13.
8:40 left to go here in the third quarter. Trips out here to the bottom. Single receiver to the top. Motion across. Put it back.
Oh, Mustangs bringing everybody.
Little bit of a screen play. Great job there by the Mustangs. Maddox Fegan
and Vince James
sees that out, and Vince James nails the hammer.
Play by number 34, Hunter Conway. Tackle on the play.
That'll bring about a 4th down and 14.
He got back to the original line, just to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, Maddox Fegan read that play like Mrs. Paul would like to have me read a book at one time, Eric. Looks like they'll punt. We've got Breck back.
Just got to be ready for a fake. As you said, their quarterback is their punter.
Still not a great snap, but he'll get it off. Kind of a line drive.
Not a very
go
good
out of
punt.
bounds at about the 28-yard line.
Yeah.
Mustangs lead 34-0. 27:31 left to go. Mustangs football, KNEO Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized, and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
Mustangs have the ball, first down. Ball fumble. Carter Land takes it out of the midair. Does a good job just to get the ball back. Gains about 2 out to the 30.
Does that count as a pass?
To himself.
Don't know.
Mustang offensive line was dominant in the first half.
Mustangs,
got Brody down here to the bottom.
Mustangs just have to, keep a hold of the ball and just keep doing what you've been doing.
Brecken Wyatt to the top. Got Vince James in there for JP at the tight end spot. Ryder throwing deep, and there he is. Ball caught.
connects over the middle.
Brett Rubick down to about the 25-yard line.
Oh, looks like he's got a cramp.
Looks like he's got a cramp. Down to the 25.
Oh, there's a flag. I didn't see a flag. There's a flag way back here.
And we'll bring that one back.
What are they calling, though? I didn't see any. What they called. Oh, illegal
Ineligible
man.
downfield. Sometimes when you run those RPOs and stuff like that, that'll happen. Takes away a great pass and a great catch by Breck.
In case you missed it, ineligible man downfield is the call. That's why the teams have all gone back to the line of scrimmage.
Second down and about 15.
Trainer still tending to Rubeck.
Breck is up.
Yep, he's got the cramp walk.
Yeah.
Rubeck able to walk off on his own accord, so that's a good sign for the Mustangs.
Second down, about 14 for the Mustangs.
After the penalty, it's 2nd and 15 for the Mustangs.
Two up top, one to the bottom. Lane still in the backfield with Ryder. Ryder looking to pass. Has the ball intercepted. They read that one, and then Mount Vernon will score.
Pick 6, that's number 10.
Well,
take it to the house for the Mountaineers. Who put them on the board?
I think
Dawson,
who was that? I think Corbin kind of forgot what the play was because he was running down the field, and Ryder was throwing it to him.
Mount Vernon will score. 6:31 left. McDonald County 34. Mount Vernon 6. Mount Vernon will kick the extra point.
That's the one thing you don't want to do, though, is start giving the ball away to let them get back in there.
Extra point is up. It's good, and he's got a good leg, Eric.
Extra point attempt is up and good.
And with 6:31 left, Mountaineers will score. It's Mustangs 34, the Mountaineers 7. This is Mustang Football on the KNEO Sports Network.
Nothing is more important than providing fresh, clean water for your family or farm. Houston's Pump Service is unique in the industry with expertise in both well and water treatment systems, offering state-of-the-art water systems for existing or new construction, residential or farm. They have experience navigating state regulations and maintain your well throughout the life of your system. HoustonPumpService.com on Facebook or 417-775-5770. Houston's Pump Service, supporting Mustang sports and rooting on the herd.
A business.
Mustangs got to be aware of the onside kick here, Eric.
Yep. That's the one thing, you don't want to keep giving them opportunities to get back into it. So just forget about that interception there. And
Brody and J.W. Riley back deep.
Just keep doing what you've been doing in the first half.
Little pooch kick. Mustangs catch it, receive it. Breaks up the middle. Good job there. Is that Wyatt Gordon?
Yep,
I believe it is.
Gordon.
Gordon takes it out to the 46. Nice to have that senior leadership to know what to do on those plays like that. Gives the Mustangs great field position. Mustangs just need to regroup and go back to doing what we do best.
Yep.
Breck back out there.
In case you missed those numbers one more time, it's 545-9596. 9596.
Brody and Breck to the bottom of your screen. Wyatt to the top. Vince James in for JP. Connor Land in the backfield with Ryder Martin. Lane has a good lane. He runs up the middle. Keeps fighting. Covers the ball up, good for ball security. He'll get the ball into Mountaineer territory on about the 48-yard line. Second down and a long 4.
In the area, making the tackle.
Brecken Brody down below. Mustangs will come out, break the huddle. Wide up top. Land again with it. There'll be a seam there. Good job. He'll get the ball down to about the 41.
Charges forward. He'll move the chains for a Mustang. First down.
It's that Mustang line of Ashball, Spurgeon, Worsham, Oben, and Elam making holes. Twins to the top. Looks like Wyatt down here to the bottom. Ryder going to milk a little clock. Land again.
There's Brody down here.
Hard running.
Sidestepping some defenders, still churning the legs. Connor Land. Rumbling.
Good job by Land. Gains about 4 yards. Second down and 6.
It's good to see Breck back out there too. Cramps are no fun.
Eric, did you see how their line shifted?
Yeah.
And our line didn't move?
Yep.
That's a great job of discipline by our offensive line. Coach Kane always does an excellent job with them. But I'll tell you, our offensive line, when those guys start jumping around in there, you get antsy.
Yeah.
That was a great job by our line not to do anything except make a big hole.
Who's our line coach?
Coach Kane.
You know, with him and Coach McCullough being the defensive coordinator, I have a feeling that if they do stuff like that, they're probably running for a while.
Land again, tries to get to the outside. Good job by Vince James not to block in the back.
Yep. He was about to, and he's like, oh, wait, no, let go.
Tackle on the play for the Mountaineers.
Great job.
Gains down to about third down and maybe a 1.5. Ball on the 32-yard line of Mount Vernon. Martin will keep it.
I'm going to say they're not going to catch him.
Cuts inside. Martin out to the races. Ryder Martin, touchdown.
Great answer there by the Mustangs.
Yeah, but what sets that up is that hard interior running of Connor Land.
Yep.
Good interior blocking. You get sucked down, and then Ryder does his job, gets 2 guys to go.
Mustangs find Pater in the red, black, and white once again.
Mustangs lead 40-7. Mustangs will go for 2. Ryder back. Ryder looking to go. He'll try to get it in himself. He does. Ryder Martin.
Cutting in. Diving for the end zone, and it's good. 2-point conversion, successful.
Makes it 42-7 with 3:18 left to go. Good job by Ryder Martin.
And Mustang Nation.
Come on, Grandpa used to play. I guess they didn't.
Mustang, that will give Mustang fans. That gives the Mustangs a 35-point lead. With a 35-point lead in the second half, we have what you call running clock. The clock will not stop.
Except for timeouts.
Except for timeouts.
Yeah, and I think an injury.
An injury.
So it should be running now.
Well, no, you have to kick off first.
Oh, I thought it kept on running during kickoff.
It will once this starts.
Oh.
This is the next play of the deal.
Oh, I got you. Okay, makes sense.
.318 left to go here in the third quarter. McDonald County 42, Mount Vernon 7. We'll hit a little pooch kick. He'll take it. He'll step out of bounds at about the 21-yard line.
He lets that go again. It's out of bounds, and they get the ball up. It's the 35. Either the 30 or the 35, 1-2. But he catches it and then steps out of bounds himself. Now, if he's standing out of bounds and he catches it, then the ball is out of bounds, and so they get to move the ball up.
So is the clock supposed to be running?
It'll run at the start of this. I guess because there wasn't a play, it didn't start. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he's out of bounds. I'm not for sure, guys.
Either that or it's only in the second or the fourth quarter.
I think it's third.
We hope.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Quarterback back. Throws a little pass out here. Tackled. Good job out there.
J-Dub.
Quick pass and catch number 12. That's Zuby.
Yep, J-Dub.
J.W. Riley.
J.W. Riley.
Mustangs lead 42-7. 3 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Another short pass. Good tackle out there by O'Brien.
You know, I gave J-Dub a hard time the other day after his sister had that really great game against, who was that they played? Joplin. And
first down for Mount Vernon.
I was like, she's a better athlete than you are. And he's like, yeah. So he came out and got the pick six. So,
flags there.
Going to be a false start, I think.
Think so. Yep, false start.
Penalty on the play, false start against the offense. It'll push the Mountaineers back.
First down and 5. Ball on the Mount Vernon 29-yard line.
You know, that penalty, you see the officials, they're mic'd up so they can talk to each other. It'd be really helpful, though, sometimes if they would mic up and so they can, announce things to the stands.
Pass outside, incomplete.
Great job there by Jake O'Brien again, getting there right as the time.
By number 11, Jake O'Brien.
Zach wants a shout out, so I guess we should give him a shout out. we do miss you, Zach, sometimes.
Chester Curtis coming off the field. He's done a great job on the interior line for the Mustang defense.
Yeah.
Trips to the bottom, single to the top. Quarterback going to roll out. Ball incomplete.
J-Dub may have had another one.
Pass incomplete intended for number 12 for the Mountaineers.
But we do miss you, Zach. Thomas is doing a good job, though, taking over for you.
I don't know you, Zach.
Well, down and 15 for the Mountaineers. Excuse me.
He's about
105 left to go here.
He's about 20 years younger than you are. Maybe one of these days he'll make a trip back to say hi to everybody.
Trips to the bottom. Motion across. Now he'll come back.
Going out that way.
Turn around. Wheel route. Good catch. Max Fegan with the tackle.
Shoulder catch.
Yep.
Tough catch to make, but he hauls it in. Number 2.
Kind of got lost in there. That little back and forth, the wheel route.
That'll be a first down.
Ball into Mustang territory at the 47.
For the Mustangs, number 2, Maddox Fegan.
Logan Laster in there for the Mustangs on the defensive line. Trying to keep the pass rush fresh. Draw. Oh, he spins away. We had him in the backfield.
We did.
Number 34,
Tackled at about the
spinning his way all the way down
Mustang
past
36-yard line. That'll be a first down. That also
first
is the end
down.
of the quarter. This is Mustang football where Mustangs lead 42-7. We'll be back.
Nothing is more important than providing fresh, clean water for your family or farm. Houston's Pump Service is unique in the industry with expertise in both well and water treatment systems, offering state-of-the-art water systems for existing or new construction, residential or farm. They have experience navigating state regulations and maintain your well throughout the life of your system. HoustonPumpService.com on Facebook or 417-775-5770. Houston's Pump Service, supporting Mustang sports and rooting on the herd.
The Cornerstone Bank of Southwest City proudly serves the Southwest Missouri area with branches in Goodman, Lanigan, Pineville, and Tiff City, offering online and mobile banking, plus loans for personal, business, and agricultural needs. Learn more about all their services online at thecornerstonebank.net for a location near you. The Cornerstone Bank is glad to support the area's school systems and the future of our communities.
What? Mustangs have the lead, 42-7 here as we start the fourth quarter. Mount Vernon driving, 1st and 10 from the Mustang 36-yard line. Quarterback will roll out. Over the middle. Pass broken up there.
Maddox almost had one.
Maddox Fegan.
Just hit off his hands.
And Eric, I noticed something with the Leicester boy, who's a sophomore, came out.
Yep.
J.P. Clarkson there on the sideline, grabs him, talks to him, says, hey, this. Leicester going back out there, but Mustang senior taking care of the sophomore.
Yep.
So this is what they're going to do to you out there. Be aware of this. 2nd down and 10 for Mount Vernon.
You know, JP reminds me of Kittle.
I thought you liked him, Eric.
I do. That's why I say Kittle, not Kelsey.
Ball there, ball in the ground. Good job there.
Mustangs are right there, fortunately for the Mountaineers.
Wyatt Gordon makes the tackle for a big loss.
Shaking things up back there in the backfield for the Mustangs was number 9, Wyatt Gordon.
3rd down and about 15.
Yeah, how many? That's 4 or 5 snaps that Mount Vernon's kind of had some trouble with. And then if on one of their punts they had a trouble with.
Their long snapper's not very has had struggles tonight.
Yeah. And that when you back punt as much as he has.
Good little out there, good running back, good tackle.
Yep,
good open field tackle out there.
Who is that? Maddox again. He's just all over the place.
Maddox Fegan makes another good tackle.
Pressure in the backfield by number 9 once again, Wyatt Gordon.
4th down and 11. Gordon in on some pressure.
Mustangs, number 2, Maddox Fegan.
10-15 left to go here in the fourth quarter.
If they score, does that stop that continuous
That stops
clock?
the continuous clock.
It will. So that's why we want to stop them here on 4th down. Mount Vernon did bring a great crowd over there with them tonight.
Mount Vernon travels well. Yeah. They're a football school.
They are.
Quarterback back.
And you know that when
Wyatt Gordon there. Off the edge.
Big time sack. Number 9 comes flying in.
It's Big Steve in there also.
Wyatt Gordon in the backfield.
Wyatt Gordon. Stephen Benwamea.
Stephen Benhumea right there as well.
You just know with how they were doing, or how the Mustangs were blitzing today, somebody was going to get home and get that sack.
Tag team for a sack.
Wyatt got it right there.
Excuse me, Mustangs take over on their own 45. 9:15 left to go in the ball game.
10 from the 45.
You know, and that's a testament though also to the whole entire defense, because you put them in that long passing down that they have to pass. They can't just run it.
And the secondary has good coverage.
Yep.
One to the top, two to the bottom. Ryder's going to hand the ball off to Land. He's going to go to the corner, lowers his head, gains about 4 yards.
Pick up about 4 yards for the Mustangs. Tackle on the play for the Mountaineers, number 1, Grady Thompson.
Great hard running.
2nd down and about a short 6.
Where's Miley
8:37
Cyrus when we
left
need
to
her
go
on
in the
that
ball
sack?
game.
They came in like a wrecking ball.
You know, Mustangs can't say they lack for entertaining announcer now.
Old Stewart.
He takes his job very seriously and very fun.
He's fun. I like him.
Ryder Martin back. Connor Land in the backfield with him. A little pass out there. Brody's going to break. Brody's got speed.
Outside to number 8.
He'll go. He stays in there. No. He just can't stay in bounds.
To about the 3, or are they going to mark him out of bounds?
At the 15.
Looks like they're going to mark it all the way back to 15.
Going to say he stepped out at the 15. Good blocking out there. Brett does a good job springing him.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's going to stop Brody on that sideline is if he gets too close to the line.
First down on the Mount Vernon 15-yard line.
You know, and I can't remember who I think I may have asked, I can't remember who I asked, but I asked one of the players who would win in a race now, Brody or Ryder, and they said Ryder.
Mustangs working the clock.
Connie Martin saying she has some family down.
Connor Land.
Handoff up the middle to Connor Land.
They're gonna
Mountaineers pointing, saying they have the ball.
But they're going to say he was down.
Say he's down.
When you got
about 3.
When you're on like 5 people, you're down. .640 left here in the fourth quarter with the running clock, so Mustangs are just going to keep taking time off.
Wyatt Gordon down to the bottom, along with
softball girls are back.
Corbin Sanderson. Ryder, handoff. Land spins.
Keep running.
Keeps running.
Good job, Connor.
Clear the ball.
Connor Land crunched at the line of scrimmage.
They keep marking it back when he starts moving backwards instead of where he actually gets to when they hit him. He gets his forward progress.
Call it the 7-yard line.
Ball inside the 7. Brings up a third down and about 4. 5:42 left to go. Ryder back. Land with the ball. He'll get through. He'll have a first down.
Running back Connor Land puts his head down, barrels forward for a couple of yards.
Again, you can't say enough about the job that Spurgeon and Elam and Washam, Obed, Ashball has done tonight, Eric.
Yeah.
They just dominated. .454 left to go. First down and goal from about the 4. Going to let that clock go down as long as they can. Land again. He'll try to get to the outside of the corner.
Oh,
he won't quite get there.
Yeah, see, they keep marking it
all
back.
Right, buddy, it's all right.
Looking for the end zone. He gets close.
It's the ball down to about the 2. 4:21 left to go here. Land again. Gets to about the 1.
That time a little bit congested up there.
Bring up a
Connor
third.
Land, the ball carrier. He stops short.
Third down and 1. Eric, look up that Seneca
Tackle
Nevada
on the
score.
play.
Give us an update if you don't care, sir.
Number 42, Memphis Montgomery.
Go take a look.
3:27 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Third down and goal for the Mustangs. Land, he'll get in the end zone.
There we go.
He scores a touchdown.
Good. That's why I wanted to get Connor a touchdown.
Number 24.
Miguel Mora will come out to kick the extra point.
It is 48-33.
Was knocking at the door. This time he
Seneca up.
down into the end zone for a touchdown.
Seneca up.
Yes.
Okay. So 48-33.
Yep.
There's some offensive firepower going over there in Seneca.
And it's a fourth in the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter.
Yep. Yosho up big on Lebanon.
Extra point, no good. Didn't get underneath that, but that's all right.
And that extra point didn't quite get enough air under it.
But, you see Ryder there telling him, hey, it's okay, just get underneath it.
3:05 left to go here in the ball game. Mustangs up 48-7. Miguel Moore to kick off for the Mustangs. Ball caught on about the 18. Good job there.
Oh.
Number 34 with the return. He's still on his feet.
He's not going very far now.
Good job there. Brody in on the tackle.
Brody, Maddox
Fegan,
and Andrew.
It is Hunter Conway with the return all the way down to the 35-yard line.
Also Landon Dobbs in on that tackle, Eric. Good job staying in the lanes by the Mustangs. Timeout, Mount Vernon. We'll take a little break, too. This is Mustang Football on the KNEO Sports Network.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
A business impact partner of KNEO 91.7 FM is 4-State Printing in Anderson, Missouri. Serving the area since 1982, they specialize in screen and offset printing services and have promotional products. 4-State Printing also has a retail store, County Clothing Company, that offers.
We're back.
Mount Vernon hands the ball off. Tackle in there. Steven Benumehu on the tackle. Big Steve.
Benumea,
no
Number 42,
gain.
the ball carrier for the Mountaineers. That's Memphis Montgomery. Leading the tacklers for the Mustang, number 10.
Andrew Bogart coming in for the Mustangs. Logan Laster coming in for the Mustangs.
Those subs have done a really great job. You haven't really seen a huge drop-off out there.
Hand off up the middle. Runs a good job running there by Mount Vernon.
Yep.
Tackled by Bogart out there.
Handoff to number 42, Memphis Montgomery with a carry. Tackle on the play for the Mustangs. Number
Tackled
32.
by Ryder Martin. Mustangs sitting in a few more subs. Mount Vernon also has substituted in their second unit, Eric.
Yeah, at this point in the game, that's the one thing you want to do is just make sure everybody ends the game healthy.
Yeah, exactly right. Handoff. O'Brien again in on the tackle. Bogart again on the tackle.
Nice piece
First
of
down
by
to about
42,
the
Memphis Montgomery.
into Mustang territory, 48.
So
minute 9 left to go here in the ball game.
When Jake O'Brien gets his other hand back,
And number 32.
he doesn't drag him for any yardage. He goes down then. He's just kind of hampered with his hand clubbed up right now.
Handoff. Trying to get to the edge. Gets to the outside. Good hustle over there by the Mustangs.
Getting around the corner, getting upfield, picking up a first down.
Jake Townsend in on that tackle. Runs him down.
And the quarterback's going to roll out, throw it. He catches it. No, he drops it. Incomplete pass. But, yeah, it's going to be...
Let's get Dicker, Laura,
for number 1,
get Connor Land, okay?
Yep.
And get Coach.
Defending on the play was
I'm sorry, I thought you were going to tell me. What you did.
Tyler Latrobe.
Okay.
And the final seconds tick down. That's a ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
Mustangs win.
Your mighty
Eric's
Mustangs
gonna go
come out on top, 48-7.
Excuse me, Eric's going to go down and get Coach and a couple of players. Tommy will run us some commercials here in a minute. Mustangs go to 3-0, and I had a person come up and ask me a good question. When was the last time the Mustangs were 3-0? And I can't remember, to be truthful with you.
She was saying they looked it up and it was at least before 2009.
She's at least before 2009. I don't remember that good team in 70 or in 80 that Lee Smith was on. I don't remember what they were. I know my boys' team went 2-0 and then got beat. I know that great team of Cole Martin's got beat, I think, early by Lamar. I'm not for sure if that might be them.
Digging into the archives, and the Mighty Mustangs have not been 3-0 in at least 20 years. 3-0 we're starting out this season. How about those Mighty Mustangs?
Fantastic win against Mount Vernon.
Rumbling herd rumbles on.
We'll be back with the Cornerstone Bank postgame show. This is Mustang Football on the KNEO Sports Network, and we'll have some stats from Rick Peck, the legend.
Whether it's Friday night football or volleyball matches, McDonald County Telephone and Internet believes every play deserves to be celebrated. That's why we're proud to sponsor McDonald County Athletics, providing the fast and reliable internet you need to stream games, share highlights, and cheer on our Mustangs. Delivering internet and telephone to Anderson, Jane, and Pineville, we offer broadband services on a fiber optic network. Find out more at olmac.net or give us a call at 417-223-4313.
Nothing is more important than providing fresh, clean water for your family or farm. Houston's Pump Service is unique in the industry with expertise in both well and water treatment systems, offering state-of-the-art water systems for existing or new construction, residential or farm. They have experience navigating state regulations and maintain your well throughout the life of your system. HoustonPumpService.com on Facebook or 417-775-5770. Houston's Pump Service, supporting Mustang sports and rooting on the herd.
The Cornerstone Bank of Southwest City proudly serves the Southwest Missouri area with branches in Goodman, Lanigan, Pineville, and Tiff City, offering online and mobile banking, plus loans for personal, business, and agricultural needs. Learn more about all their services online at thecornerstonebank.net for a location near you. The Cornerstone Bank is glad to support the area school systems and the future of our communities.
A business impact partner of KNEO 91.7 FM is Four State Printing in Anderson, Missouri. Serving the area since 1982, they specialize in screen and offset printing services and have promotional products. Four State Printing also has a retail store, County Clothing Company, that offers McDonald County spiritwear and Christian apparel. More information at 417-845-6929 or online at fourstateprinting.com.
The Roper Kia Four State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the four states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia Four State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Americans have a big healthcare problem. Over 100 million citizens carry medical debt while spending on overpriced and complicated health insurance. As Christians, we don't have to pay for a broken system. Christian Healthcare Ministries is a faith-based alternative to health insurance at half the cost. Plus, you can enroll at any time. Stand up to insurance and join CHM today.
The McDonald County Sports Network is sponsored in part by the McDonald County Chamber of Commerce. The McDonald County Chamber strives to promote local businesses and unite the county, offering networking events for members as well as non-members, working together to make McDonald County, Missouri a better place to visit, work, and live. For more information, visit their website at www.mcdonaldcountychamber.org. Today's event is being supported by Banner Church of the Nazarene, located at 597 North Fork Road between Anderson and Goodman. Banner Church of the Nazarene services are Sunday school at 9:30 and family worship at 10:30. Check out their special Sunday night youth fellowship. Wednesday services begin at 7, offering adult Bible study, ladies Bible study, youth and children's services. Contact them at bannerchurch.com, 417-364-7461, or dennis@bannerchurch.com.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Mustang fans, we're back here as McDonald County takes a 48-7 win against the Mount Vernon Mountaineers. And we've got Miguel Mora up here. Miguel is the McDonald County kickoff man, and he's also our place kicker tonight. Miguel, fantastic job on those extra points. Miguel, what I like about you is you kick the ball good, you keep it deep, but you are not afraid to get in there and make a tackle, are you? A lot of kickers like to avoid contact. You kind of like that contact a little bit, don't you? Okay. Now, Miguel, are you also on the soccer team?
Yeah.
Okay, and soccer team's doing excellent this year.
Yeah.
What's your record in soccer?
We're 3-2 right now.
And just lost a heartbreaker yesterday, didn't you?
Close.
Up at Carl Junction?
Yeah. They're like right top of our district.
Yeah. Yeah, so, and I think we've got 3 district wins, don't we, in soccer? Okay. And we're 3-0 in football. 3-0. You know, you're fantastic job. Miguel, who's mom and dad?
Miguel Mora and Maria.
Okay. Any brothers or sisters?
Yeah. I have 2 brothers, 2 older brothers and a sister. My older brother, Kate, too.
Okay. What do you want to do after you get out of high school?
I haven't really given any thought yet. Probably should, though.
Well, buddy, I'll tell you what you can do tonight is enjoy this great win. We thank you for coming up and talking to us and get us one up at Nevada next Friday night. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good luck in soccer. Good luck in football.
Sir, thank you.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Good job, son.
Thanks, sir.
It's like herding cats down there.
Herding cats down there. I agree with you, Eric. You're a brave man to even wade into that mess. That was Miguel Mora, Mustang fans, and He's probably the most physical place kicker you'll ever see.
Yeah.
He does not mind getting in there and getting hit. I've got some stats here. Rushing, Ryder Martin had 19 carries for 189 yards and 4 TDs. And Coach Hoover's made his way up here tonight, so I'm going to give you those stats so he can listen to it a little bit.
Yeah, I haven't heard.
Ryder Martin had 19 carries for 189 yards and 4 TDs. Connor Land had 18 carries for 69 yards and a TD. Fitz James had a carry for 7 yards. Brody had a carry for 2 yards. And JP had 1 carry for 1 yard and 1 touchdown. Ended up with 268 yards rushing. Ryder Martin was 9 completions for 13 attempts for 166 yards and 2 TDs. Breck Rubick had 5 catches for 82 yards. JP Clarkson had 2 catches for 45 yards. Brody had a catch for 36 yards. And Connor Land had a catch for 3 yards. The Mustangs ended up with 434 yards total offense. And, Coach, our offensive line just dominated.
Yeah, you know, we told our guys before the game, we said, you know, like every week in the Big 8, the most physical team's going to win. But if we can win the battle up front, we got a really good chance to win the game. And our guys answered that. Did a really great job up front. Yeah, they're just continuing to grow together. They're developing so quickly. You know, a couple sophomores up there. And I'm just so proud of them, just proud of how they know that we've got to be successful running the football to do anything else we do. They protected Ryder really well tonight. Our group up front did such a great job tonight, and a big reason why it ended up the way it did.
Well, and Coach, Leo goes out, Connor Land comes in, does a great job, but as we were talking a little bit before, I'm sure Coach Kane told those guys, hey, we may have to hold these blocks just a little longer tonight.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to have to do a little bit more. And they definitely did. Connor did a super job coming in.
Well, you know, it's one of those things where when your brother goes down, everybody else has to kind of elevate their game, whether it's those supplementary pieces that pick up our running game, whether it's our receivers doing some extra things, our linemen holding on those blocks a little longer, like you mentioned, or even our running back room stepping up into that role and stepping up into it really well, which, again, you know, Connor did a really great job tonight. You know, we kind of started off with Vince a little bit, and you know, he's just been doing it longer, but I'm extremely proud of Connor tonight, just a guy who came to us, I guess a week into fall practice, and we were like, it was pretty obvious from the get-go. It was like, possess some physical tools, but it was just like, I haven't played football in a while, and has worked his tail off, has asked a ton of questions so he knows exactly what's going on. He wanted to fast-track himself into a role of some kind, and he didn't care, and that's what I have loved about Connor. He has not cared what role he has, whether that's running down on kickoff, whether that's any rushing the passer, any role we ask him to do, and he just happened to be really, really good at running the football tonight, and just really proud of him.
Coach, our balance on offense will always be a power football team, but Ryder's throwing the ball well. Breck and the boys are catching the ball well. Defensively tonight, too, we got a defensive touchdown.
We did, yeah.
Awesome. Defense dominated as much as anything else. Eric, look up and see what the Seneca Nevada score looks like.
It's 54-33.
Seneca?
Yeah.
So, and we have Nevada next week up there.
Yeah.
And but that'll be a tough one up there. Sounds like Seneca's kind of handling them at their place.
It's always a tough place. I mean, the Big 8's hard to go play on the road. It just is. Everybody's tough to play on the road. And you know what I've liked about this team, this group of guys, is all the adversity that there is. You know, I mean, there's always going to be adversity, just game to game, day to day, week to week, whatever. Our guys have handled it really well, and then, you know, they've done a really good job just separating each week into that week itself. They haven't looked behind and just kind of rested on that, like, oh, hey, we've done this, we've done that. At the end of the day, they move on well, and we're going to have to do that again this week. And, you know, a lot of that comes down to our leadership. Our seniors have been really good. They guide us every day, and I'm extremely proud of the class overall.
You know, that's one of the things we mentioned. You know, we're ahead, so we're subbing in some kids, getting some kids some playing time and stuff. And the Laster boy comes running off the field, and JP grabs him and starts pointing out there. And you can tell he's saying, hey, they're going to do this. You need to be able to do that and stuff. And that's tough. That's credit to you and the coaches.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, it's it's a really special group of kids. It's a really special class, and they're just I'm hoping we can keep it going for them. And again, I know this next week's going to be really, really tough, and especially on the road. It's a really, really good team, really good program that Coach Beechler has up there. Regardless of what happens tonight, they're going to be ready to go. And so we're going to have a really good week of practice preparation, be ready to go for that one.
Well, we've got a little history of going up there and winning, especially when they're good. Nick Martin's group did it as sophomores.
Yeah.
And Cole's group went up there and knocked them off.
That was a really good one. Yeah,
that was a really good group. And Coach Leach took some guys up there one time, won 8-0. So that's a place we can win at. We've won out there in the past. Of course, that is the past.
Sure.
One thing about it, Coach, you took that Tom Cox monkey, you and your coaching staff. You didn't just get him off your back. You threw him off the entire state building tonight, buddy.
I think we looked it up. Official stat. I think it was like 29 years because I think we were, Coach McCullough graduated from here, knows some guys. I don't know if we beat whatever. And I think Nick Martin actually messaged him back and was like, I think we did my whatever year. I can't remember what it was.
I think Nick's group did 1 year. I think that was
14-13.
Yeah, I think that was the last year.
I think we blocked. Sean actually caught a touchdown that game, and he didn't remember. But we blocked a kick to win the game 14-13 is what it looked like. I've got the old article. Lee Smith kept a ton of them from way back when, and so he gave them to me all whenever I got the job. And so it's something I've kind of looked back through, but I looked back through that year, and I was like, yep, there it is, 14-13.
Well, it was 48-7 tonight, Coach, so fantastic job. We'll let you get with your family. We're going to talk to Connor up here a little bit.
I appreciate
you, Coach. Thank you.
Guys. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Coach.
Doesn't matter. You're good, so am I.
Can you hear me, Connor?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Connor Land, Mustang running back. Connor, fantastic job for the first time out.
Thank you.
We can't say much more than what Coach said about you. Obviously, you've worked your butt off. You've gotten in there. You've learned everything. And I know you want to go celebrate with your parents and your friends and stuff like that. We just wanted to bring you up, say good job. Connor, who's mom and dad?
Like their names?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Tiffany Land and Nick Land.
Okay. And your dad was a pretty decent football player back in his day.
From what he tells me.
I saw him. He was. He probably lied to you a little bit, but he's not making a great big lie out of it. Any brothers or sisters?
Yeah, 2 brothers and 1 sister.
Okay. Well, what do you want to do after get graduated?
Really want to go set my eyes towards a junior college, go play baseball, and see where it takes me afterwards.
All right. Well, hey, fantastic job. Like Coach said, you first win in a long, long time against these guys. Appreciate you taking the time to come up and visit with us. Congratulations. Thank you, son.
And your first varsity touchdown.
Yeah, that took
first varsity touchdown. Yeah, Eric's on top of everything.
I was like, get him a touchdown.
I was praying for it. I was over there. I remember it was first and goal, second and goal, third and goal. The whole time I'm like, oh, please, let me get in.
Well, you did. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you coming up and talking to us.
Thanks, Connor. Oh, let me get the scoreboard up.
Mustangs, we're going to go over the scores for the outside town, outside people one more time. Let you a little programming note. Next Thursday night at home is softball. Thomas and I will try to bring that to you. And then next Friday, we're making a long trip to Nevada. I encourage you to go up there. It'll probably be a battle of 2 state-ranked teams. And if you can't, though, we'll bring it home to you. Hopefully we won't buffer and we get everything right. All right, Eric, what's the scores, baby?
Well, I got to do this
first. If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Welcome to the Final Drive Scoreboard Show on the KNEO Sports Network. The Final Drive Scoreboard Show is sponsored by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider for over 20 area high schools and colleges. See how one of their certified physicians, certified athletic trainers, or therapists can help you get back in the game. Now, let's go back live to the stadium for the Final Drive Scoreboard Show on the KNEO Sports Network.
And we're back here in McDonald County. wrap up the night. Over in the COC conference, Carthage Tigers leads Glendale Falcons 41-15. Willard, that's in the fourth quarter, Willard over Waynesville 28-7 in the third quarter. Webb City's final 49-21 over Kickapoo. Neosho Wildcats is final 47-17 over Lebanon. Nixa Eagles is final 28-14 over the Joplin Eagles. Cassville Wildcats beat East Newton 24-14. Seneca beats Nevada 54-33. Lamar beats Tipton 21-7. McDonald County here beats Mount Vernon 48-7. Monette puts up 60 against Aurora to 16. Over in the Ozark Mountain Conference, West Plains, it says it's at halftime, but I don't think it's at halftime. It's 49-0 over Hillcrest. Branson beats Bolivar 35-6. Carl Junction beats Marshfield 49-15, and Logan Rogersville beats Parkview 34-12. In the Mid-Lake Conference, 28-14 is Fairgrove over Buffalo. Clever beats Reed Springs 21-14. So that's all the ones close by.
Close by, and we'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. For Kim Harrell and
Eric Gann
and
Thomas Delvecchio.
Hey, another Mustang win. We're 3-0.
Yeah.
Be on the road to Nevada. This is Mustang Football on the KNEO Sports Network. We're going to call it a night. Be safe.
Have a good night.
You've been listening to the Final Drive Scoreboard Show on the KNEO Sports Network. The Final Drive Scoreboard Show is sponsored by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. See how one of their certified physicians, certified athletic trainers, or a therapist can help you get back in the game. Join us again after the game next week as we will once again bring you all the latest scores right here on the Final Drive Scoreboard Show, sponsored by Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. This has been a live production of KNEO Sports. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of KNEO Sports Network. This has been a sporting outreach of KNEO Sports Network, reaching into communities to make a difference for eternity.